Between the hills and hidden underneath the mountains in Spielberg, Austria, there lies a spectacle, a track like no other. This is the Red Bull Ring, the prettiest track ever recreated in Minecraft. And oh my gosh, what a stunner this thing is. Built by the Build the Earth team and allowed to be used for racing in FC1 and FC2, the Red Bull Ring is like no other. This is 10 turns, that's it. And two of them aren't even real turns, they're just flat out. It's a simple track, but one that provides the most amount of exciting action. Welcome to the FC1 broadcast here on the Blue 64 channel, where round 10 takes place in the Red Bull Ring. We've had quite some action going on the past couple of weeks with Barcelona, and before then even Monaco, some changing in the standings. So let's quickly jump over to what we got going on for our standings. Take a look at this. Prettiest is now on top, 316 points for him, with Mafioso only shortly behind. As for the team, Steak and Carbs still staying on top. Alpigs starting to reach in behind. Van Wave looking at second place there. Perhaps a change up in those top three. Could be very well done, especially with last week's race out in Barcelona. Mafioso rage quitting after turn one, or after the first round of qualifying, and there he is again. But JH Dash with that missing points from Mafioso, JH Dash bringing it back up, 295 points for him. Really close to that second spot. Can he steal the second place from the driver who's been in front of the standings the entire time this season so far? So you have to check out what's going to happen to the Steak and Carbs guys, to the Alpig drivers, and even Van Wave might have a shot here in our standings. Credit to Dylan Gamer for making those standings. Right. We have 15 minutes to go till we start our qualifying session for No Name. And yeah, the teams are starting to get warmed up a little bit. We have some drivers getting on the track, and what I love about this track the most is the simple, short nature of it. Let's quickly run through what each turn is like on this track and kind of give you a little peek into the brain of a racer, into the drivers when they drive this track. First up is turn one. This one, it matters so much. It starts your lap. Very important to get a good turn in. It's very high speed entrance, very high speed exit. You want to get the fastest corner out of this one, obviously, but it's probably one of the most, actually I think it might be the most important turn on this track is turn one. You want the highest exit speed. You can see such a long straight. There's turn 10 way over there. It's a long straight all the way through turn one, and you can see turn 3 way over there. It's very important to get a high exit speed and of course a high entrance speed as well. Turn 1, very important. We run through the straight. Turn 2 is non-existent, flat out. Just keep on the track here. Nothing too much to worry about as we reach up to turn 3. Up the hill, a little bit of a blind entrance on this one, but with the blue ice only on the inside. Some drivers might choose to stay on the blue ice, some choose might stay on the packed ice to get a little bit more of a better exit speed. You know, see a familiar thinking here. Exit speed is also important. Turn 4 and 5 are way over there. So what do you do with that exit speed? Well, Hudspot's keeping to the inside. There's a lot of packed ice and mixed ice on the exit as well, so some tuning making this a little bit more challenging than a simple stay outside, go inside, bring it back outside. Drivers are trying to stay more on the inside, perhaps. Dive bombs are definitely possible here on turn 3. You see there's Asbury staying on the blue ice, both on the entrance and the exit. Some drivers may choose the mixed ice on that entrance as well. So turn 3, also very important. Can't really see over the hill, but can be made for some good dive bombs. Also, mistakes are really common on turn 3. As you can see, I think we just saw a driver make a mistake. But we go back down the hill that turn 3 made into turn 4 and turn 5. Turn 5 here, down entrance, down and out. This one is about keeping your speed as well. It's a little bit longer of a corner than turns 1 and 3. But you can kind of see the drivers staying wide this whole time. Only now do you hit the late apex of turn 5. Not too much going on there except making the corners through here. Pretty simple. Just keep to your racing line. Staying down through the inside. We're watching Ivan the Miner right now. Just going through this middle sector. This is the the fastest sector of the track that has turns, but it can save you a couple tenths if you do it perfectly. And once you get through here, you kind of get an idea of how your lap is going to go. Do you risk cutting the corner here? Maybe taking some inside line there. There goes Skrilla trying to cut the corner a little bit. Doesn't seem to work out in his favor. And this time around, it's okay. It's just practice time. And then the last turn, turn 10. You can really cut the corner. There's Skrilla there doing exactly what I mentioned. Cutting that corner. There's TDG not doing the same thing, going a little bit wide on the exit. But turn 10 here, he can make a breaker run as well as turn 1. So if you're feeling risky, if you're feeling up to it, you can cut this corner pretty aggressively, but you could lose a lot of time if you mess it up. Or play it safe. Take the corner as usual and bank in your lap time. Right. This is currently practice for the drivers. They have 15 minutes to go till their qualifying session. Speaking of qualifying and practice times, take a look at our top times. Julico Jr., also known as It's Yazar, on the fastest time, a 1:31.6, with JH Dash right behind, Faxia behind, Track, Joka, Kane, Opeki, Paper Yoshi, Asbury, and 32 Gilo, only 10th, with Mafiosa not even in our top 10. Is this going to be another disadvantaged position for Steak and Carbs, and especially Mafiosa at the Red Bull Ring could lose their top slot here in the team standings? Mafiosa just already lost his top spot in the individual, but today it might be even worse. So keep an eye out. It's Yazar, JH Dash getting a great time, and Track from Pelican Racing could make a good time here as well. Have a great time here at the Red Bull Ring. Lots of fast drivers. Really, really close. Take a look at that. 1:31.62, 1:31.649, 672, 677, 740. Very, very short times between these drivers. And I think that's also an important thing about the Red Bull Ring is you can cut these corners and you can make time, but it is only minor. Very, very small improvements, very small mistakes can impact so much on this track because all that matters is that exit speed on almost every single corner. And you can see all these drivers just getting their practice times in. You can see them all driving past our times here. So, with a rundown through the track, let's take a watch through. Let's watch TDG through his lap. TDG not having the greatest season so far this time around. Had a great run in the start of 2025, but has yet to repeat it in his second year of FC1. Him and his team have been struggling just a little bit. Currently sitting 6th for Squilliams. But good run through turn 1, staying on the outside. Up through turn 2, it's pretty much nothing. It's just flat out. Into turn 3, he's going to stay on the blue ice for most of this, but switch over to the mixed ice so we can set it for the corner. That's probably the smartest way to go about this one. And stay on the blue ice through the exit. Yeah, I think most drivers are going to be staying on that blue ice during the exit just because it's such a long straight. Exit speed is everything here. Down through the next corner here, turn 5. Watch out for the driver on track. All you got to do is just hook the inside, nail your race line. Don't let go of W if you can help it. And run all the way through, hit the apex at the latest possible point right there. Right. The next couple of corners, these are just big old sweepers, a left hand and a right hand. There's only 3 corners who are actually right-handed corners here in the Red Bull Ring. 2 of them are both at the end, I believe. Well, excuse me, left-hand corners. So, up through the next section, pretty easy. No one's going to really mess up that, but you may save a 10th or 2 through there. And through 9. Cutting the corner just a little bit there. TDG playing the risky game, trying to get a new PB in through turn 10. Not too much of a cut. Has to break a little bit. He's doing that again. We saw him last time out through that corner. Taking a little bit too much speed into the corner, having to rebalance himself through the exit of turn 10. And unfortunately, we won't know what his time is, but you can kind of get an idea of how this works. Right. Well, I would like to say a very, very thank you to the community of Iceboat Racing for the 6,000 subscribers on this channel. We just reached over it the other day, and it's only going to grow. We've done so much for this community, and we have plenty more to do. This is just one step in the road to 10,000, right? bring a lot of people into this community. It's allowed us to really have to think about how we run FC2, how we run boat racing in as a whole, and of course, even how to capacitate so many people in BCC later this year. So thank you for 6,000 subscribers on this channel here. If you want to subscribe, you are more than welcome to. It doesn't cost you a dime, and it helps support the community more than you ever could think of. Right. Well, Red Bull Ring has gone through so much in the past couple of years. It used to be a flat track, one of my favorites, before it got switched over to the 3D edition, and it still remained one of my favorites. Whereas before, the shortest track on the calendar has moved itself up to a 90-second average. A pretty normal length for a racetrack in FC1 and FC2. There's Lapis Lettuce. We haven't seen him being able to practice too much before races. Haven't seen him perform as well as he'd like to either. So good thing he's getting some stuff in right now. Getting that warm up in before we start naming this time for qualifying one. We're going to run through our standard qualifying session right at the hour mark. And then just a little bit later, we'll run through our race, our feature race. And then after the race, we take a quick break and move to FC2. And FC2 is open to absolutely everybody who wants to join, and makes this racetrack feel a lot shorter than 90 seconds. There's so many drivers out on track trying to find their times. And I will say, Red Bull Ring is definitely one of the fastest tracks that we have. It's constantly high speed. There is very, very small amounts of low speed here. All the drivers are doing are just keeping their speed throughout the corners. That's what you usually have to do, but especially more so in this one. It's not hard to do this track. It's hard to keep a good time. And there you go, track making an excellent shortcut around turn 10. As you watch him through, he's actually going to bail out on this lap at the end there. He said, I forgot to pit. I think they are doing a race right now, but right. Well, Pet Spot doing some good race wins over the past year. He's got one, I believe, on the year. Lots more behind him in the tank from 2025 and 2024. Bailed out of that lap. And yeah, so we are getting ready. Once again, 7 minutes time till we get to our qualifying session. Don't go anywhere. But we want to know, who do you think has this one in the bag? And it makes it a little more complicated with Mafiosa not in our top 10 and Gilo only making 10th position. Usually those are the drivers they're going to be watching out for that top slot in the qualifying session and in the race. But this time around, it's not going to be the case, it looks like. As, yeah, their practice times are not on par with the top drivers. So I'd like to know in your chat, who do you think has a good shot at getting pole here today, with its Yeazer having the fastest time? JH Dash, Faxio, Track, Joka, Kane, Mopeki, Yoshi, Esper, and 32 Gilo, all in that top 10. So, lots of eyes on JH Dash, getting a good P2 there. Could get pole. Track, I'm really looking at too. He's getting a lot of extra warm-up here, more than the other drivers are. There's Track right there. Getting a lot more practice time than others. Getting that racing in. It's so important. You don't realize it until you start driving these tracks for multiple years. How important getting a quick race or two in, actually more the better in generally, before a race starts. Because the only other thing you're doing is just setting lap times. And that is nowhere near the same amount of skill that you would need to complete a race, right? You need to qualify, you need to get a good time, start on the front half of our grid, but then you got to keep it, and you got to pass people, and you got to defend people. And with driving laps, just like what they've been doing for you the past week, it's not going to get you very far in the race. It's going to get you a good qualifying time, but if you have to pass somebody, it's going to be a little bit harder. So these quick races are actually super beneficial to those who choose to race in them. You see if they're doing another one before this qualifying session starts. But yeah, you can find out where to pass people, and that's usually turn 1, turn 3, turn 10 even. It's going to be hard to pass here. I will say that. So, what do you do about it? And well, they're going to learn. They're going to learn how that works this year in the Red Bull Ring. Not too much changed from last year. Of course, a couple of years ago, we did have the 2D version. But I think most of the drivers are familiar with the 3D more so than the 2D one. Grape Yoshi also having a fast time here on this track. He's going to be trying to vie for pole position. Last year we had quite a surprising winner, Oinked, also known as Mark, and our usual co-commentator for FC2 won here last time out with Mafioso getting second, Crumbcat in that third spot, and Soda Silver getting that pole position last year. But don't think we're going to see any of those drivers making a chance at getting those spots again, especially not Soda Silver, who's not participating in the league this year. But yeah, so we had this year, I think we had this in 2025, 2024, and 2023 was the last time out on the 2D track. Who are we thinking for? JH Dash or it's Yazar? Yeah, Yazar's got a good shot. I don't think he's on right now. He is. There he is. Getting a lot of time in on the Red Bull Ring. It is a fun track to drive nonetheless without, without having a competitive... Look at all these drivers all right next to each other. Must have been the start of a race. But yeah, it is a generally fun track. It's very, very smooth, very fast, and overall a pretty enjoyable track among the tracks that we have. High speed, smooth corners, constantly battling for ticks. As coaching, just overtaking JH Dash there and Kane. So, in our quick practice race. Of course, there is a pit lane, and pretty thin on the entrance. You can see some drivers taking it a little easier, sometimes taking it a little bit hot. Life Network pushing it a little bit too much there. He learned his lesson. And yeah, just like usual, we do have our pit lane. Quick run through the pits. I know we usually do a pit walk, but most of the teams aren't really going to be standing around their pit boxes. But Alpig, a pretty little collection of, well, pigs on their grid there. Not too much going on. They have a picture, too, on the floor. What's that? Of course, another Alpig W. Very nice. Very nice. Right, the other teams haven't really put anything on their pit boxes, so we'll skip right past them. I think that's going to be our new rule for a pit walk. How about that? Does that sound good? We only look at the teams who have decorated the pit box. Another one is Sandstorm. Look at that. The big ol' S with the desks, the lounge chairs, the cactus, the paintings. Very nice pit box for Sandstorm. But yeah, they're pretty far down in the standings as of right now, but maybe we'll see more with their adjustment in their drivers not too long ago. Right. Well, it is just about 10 o'clock. We'll see Race Control start up our qualifying session. Let's spectate FC1 26 round 10. Oop. Is it not 10? Am I crazy? I don't even see it. Why is there no round 10? That's not good. Oh, I did FC2. That would explain a lot. FC1 26 round 10. There we are. All right. Well, with qualifying just about ready to start, it has officially clocked over to 10. Maybe we can get a quick interview with somebody. Let's talk to somebody before. Let's see. TDG interview. Unfortunately, we don't have our usual co-commentator today. We'll see if we can quickly talk to TDG, who I know is a very, very fun personality to talk to. We'll see what he's thinking going into this race before qualifying starts. Although, I think he's racing, so perhaps not. Ah, well, there we are. Maybe not. We'll get no-name quali here instead. Right. Who do we have for our no-name quali? I guess they still have to sign up for it, huh? I want to get a talk with TDG, but he's still doing his laps, huh? I think they're still doing their race. Right, so you want me to look at the back rooms, apparently, of here? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. We missed something. Oh, yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah, they're still doing laps. I want to get an interview with somebody. Anybody? Anybody who wants to? Anyone want anyone free for interview? TG is not. He's been pushed out. Ivan, I think we'll get Ivan. Let's get Ivan here. He's fun to talk to. Ivan the Miner too. Where is he?
Oh,
Ivan!
Hold on a sec. Bro, what? No, go away. Oh my god. Hello.
Hi, Ivan. Welcome
hi.
to Austria, by the way. Welcome to Austria. What a pretty track we have. And
yeah.
And how you feel? You're racing FC1 today, right?
I'm doing FC1, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to sign for no name quali, yeah.
Okay. So as no name, how you feeling going to this? You got much practice in? You've got.
Yeah.
He disappeared. He got teleported to the no name quali. So unfortunately, we don't get to hear him too much, but here they are.
Which way are we going? Which way?
How is my favorite miner doing?
Will I go left or right, guys?
Left, total left, go left.
Right, I don't know why they're starting in the pit lane. This year we haven't had them running in the pit lane, but maybe perhaps that's been changed for Red Bull Ring. I'm not sure what the thing is, but here we are. What we got on this time? Quite an impressive amount of fast drivers. Mopeki, one of them. Of course, we just had a talk with Ivan the Miner. Okay, so we are going to get a heat reset. Killwell also in this group. Simon, Sue the Seagull. I'm surprised Simon isn't. They have their full lineup for Williams. Yeah, we did see TDG. We saw Lapis. Not sure who's driving the third. Looks like it's not going to be Simon for them, but yeah, I don't really know. There we go. All right. Now they're in the right spot. Oh, I don't think Simon was. I think he was just at some other spot. I'm not sure. No, he's in there. He's 11th. I'm not sure who their third driver is. Some of the fastest FC2 drivers, Kill, of course, being the P2 and FC2 as it stands. Going to try and fight for a FC1 slot for the Red Bull Ring. All right, well, let's talk it up in chat here. Who is going to win this qualifying session for no name? Reminder how this works. The top 3 are guaranteed a slot on the grid, though if there's slots missing from other drivers, more can be added from this no name spot. And if you do not get the fast times, you do not qualify out of this no name slot, this no name qualifying, then you will not participate in the race at all. And we'll have to wait for FC2 in about an hour and a half's time. So drivers are put under a lot of pressure here to get a good time. You can't just say, "Oh, I'll make it up in the race." You have to get a good time here on the Red Bull Ring, because if you don't, you will not be participating in this race. And well, of course, the higher the better. Top 3 are guaranteed a spot, but the further you go down, the less and less likely you will be allowed to race. And so we have 15 drivers, looks like, all wanting those spots. Most of them will not be racing later today, and we'll have to wait till FC2. Right, well, I think we're having some race control issues. We'll have to wait for Satamani to get things going. Ah. I guess we're having a restart. Well, while we wait for this server restart real quick, we have plenty more of the season to go. We're only in around 10. So if you want to get started, interested in boat racing, if you want to learn how to boat race, there is plenty of videos on this channel to teach you the ways. But after that, you can start racing in Formula Craft 2. You can start racing on the Frostex Quick Races. Of course, Frostex is the host of the Formula Craft series for 6 years now. 6 years. Crazy long. One of the oldest leagues in boat racing. And yeah, we keep going strong here with a healthy amount of drivers in both FC1 and FC2. There we are. All right. Hopefully with that restart underway and finished, we can resume our qualifying session. Hopefully we can get what was it called? Was it called No Name? No. FC1 26. Or not. Am I crazy? Oh, that's Australia. Where is this? Don't make sense. Round 10. Oops. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay. I see a bunch of drivers in the TT spot. There we go. Thank you. No name quality dash just called. Okay. There we are. All right. With that fixed up, we should be ready to go for our name quality. Once again, only the top 3 are guaranteed a slot. The rest of them will fight for any empty spots that have been left by reluctant team owners who couldn't find drivers to fill their spots today. Usually doesn't happen too often, but can. FC1 teams have been pretty impressive so far this year, especially compared to last year. We've had a lot of new talent come up this year. Of course, drivers who we didn't really expect to be doing, you know, to be setting records just a year ago. But here is JH Dash. Who else we got? I mean, Paper Yoshi's been around for quite a minute, so he's been doing good on his own. Joka, though, Big Burb. Who else we got on this? On my list here that I can think of. Bolt Potato's been doing pretty good as well. All these rookies coming in, doing an excellent job. A lot of them coming out of FC2 nowadays and learning how to drive in competitive. Did they already go? Did I miss it? Was I not paying attention? I wasn't. Well, here they go. We missed turn 1, but here they go into turn 2 and 3. They have 2 minutes, looks like, to set a time, which will be 2, maybe 3 laps for them. Here they go. Mapeki going for an outside block stop. Not going to make it work for him as we go down through turn 3. Looks like Ivan the Miner had a great entrance and exit out of that one. Very, very good stuff from Ivan the Miner. We had a quick talk with him before. Didn't really get to hear what he had to say, but still. He's going to go down first one into the next couple of corners here. Looking really good from Ivan the Miner. And who's this other one? Voigt RD. Also keeping up pace with Ivan. Behind him, Struxel, Shuttle Man. And looks like Swish Q as well. All in this top group. Running down through the S's. Just big sweeping corners through here as we enter turn 9. Ivan the Miner taking a lot more mixed ice than Voigt, and you can see the difference in speed. How much closer Voigt got to Ivan with using the blue ice instead of the mixed ice. Into turn 9. Who's going to cut the corner? They both are. Looks like a lot of people are cutting that corner. Voigt goes a little bit too fast. Going to lose his first lap. And he's going to give Ivan the Miner probably the fastest lap of the session so far. A lot of them taking turn 10 very, very safe. I think that was somebody in the back. I think it was Chopstick getting a cut of the corner. Yeah, Ivan the Miner. 132.8 It is time to beat Swish Q, Shuttle Man, taking those top 3 slots. They got one more lap to go. They're only going to get 2 laps on this no-name quality, so very, very strict in terms of those laps. And, well, Voigt going to have a tough time trying to get out of that top 12. Yeah, it's 12 for them right now. After killing their first lap on the very, very last corner, or I should say turn 9, Sarkyu's messing this one up on turn 3. Not going to be anything there. And we'll have to wait out the rest of this time and hope their first lap is good enough. Let's take a look at Voigt. Let's see if we can find them. There they are. Into the sweeping corners. A lot of drivers. And looks like it's not going to be the fastest recreation for Voigt. Down 2 tenths as we stand. Of course, that mistake was done at the very, very last second there. And see if Voigt can redeem themselves through turn 9. It's probably going to take it a little bit safer this time out to make sure they nail that spot. Because it is a fast time and it can be put up into those top groups. But if you can't get it done, then there's no point in trying for it. Here we go into turn 9. Looked a lot better from Voigt. Very, very good. Cut the corner a little bit too. Ivan the Miner taking an even faster line, playing no risks, or playing all the risk, I should say. And he's going to get even faster time, I think, out of turn 10. And there we go. Swishku actually getting a fast time. Killo getting a fast time. Ivan getting it only put into 3rd, and Voigt 4th for them. Very, very tight. And you can see how close. Nothing is more than a second until we get down to 12th position. Very, very close times at the Red Bull Ring. And looks like we will say goodbye to some drivers like Simon, Sarkees, and Wrath. But expect to see some good performance out of Swish Q, Kilo, Ivan, Voigt, NG Main. Perhaps we might be able to see Bopeki and Shuttleman. We'll have to see who shows up for our official qualifying. But apart from those top group I just mentioned, you're probably going to be missing out of this FC1. Mythic getting a last minute time there, but not going to be anywhere close to the expected time to beat. And Voigt having a great run out of there. Pretty dang new to boat racing. Started not too long ago, and Fukusen here from Canada. So only since a couple of rounds ago. Great, great no-name quality. Very, very tight, and yeah. Top 11 separated by less than a second. Right, well, no names out of the way. Maybe we can finish that interview with Ivan. Let's quickly jump him over with no mercy. Don't even tell him. Ivan,
Oh,
sorry, we got cut off last time, but we've since seen a great qualifying session from you. P3 will guarantee you a spot in the race today.
I know, I'm happy with that. To be honest, I could have gotten P1. I was up like 0.3, lead 0.18 away, so I could have had it, but I fumbled it because I was kind of like, no way, I was doing so well. Like, I'm doing so well, and so I kind of fumbled because I wasn't locked in enough. But I'll take it. I got in.
Yep, that's all you need.
Yeah.
Well, going into real qualifying sessions, what position are you looking at? Are you looking to get out and get into Q3?
I'm looking to get in Q2. That's just the goal. I don't think I'm gonna do as well. To be honest, I don't like Red Bull Ring. I had to like grind it for ages to even get a good time. I think consistency is going to be what puts me in a high place, really. So I know I can go faster than the time I've just run, like a lot faster. So I'm gonna see if I can get Q2. That's the plan. If not, it's fine though. I'm just kind of glad I'm in. I was like genuinely thinking I wasn't gonna make it into FC1 this week, so I'm just glad I have.
Yeah, well, you've nailed it. You've gotten in.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look to see if you can make it through Q2. And I believe you had a good time. So
yeah, thanks.
You're challenging. I mean, granted, they're all no names, but you're challenging Kill and Swish Q, who had some great times.
A tiny bit. Yeah, I'll try my best.
Right. Well, good luck. Get working with your team of people that you've You've collected who you've
Yeah,
been
these
here.
guys are so annoying, by the way. These guys are so annoying.
They just follow
What are
you
talking
around.
about?
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Right. Well, good luck to all of you guys,
Okay.
and
All right,
we
thank
will
you.
see you on track.
Bye.
Oh my god, can you?
Oh, and looks like we are just barely coming back. Thank goodness. It always gets scary. You have to restart a stream or not, but we've made it. We made it. All right. So we are back. Oops. There we are. All right. So after no name, we next will have the main qualifying session. Q1, Q2, Q3, the works. This is how it's going to be run. We have, if you're not familiar with the Formula 1 qualifying session, this is how it looks. We will have 13 drivers eliminated from Q1. We're going to take the top 20 and remove the bottom 13 after 2 laps of racing, or 2 laps of qualifying. And we move on to Q2, where we take out the bottom 10, and then we leave it with the Q3 session. The top 10 will duke it out 1 lap for 1 pole position. Who can claim that spot? Pretty simple there. We'll run you through each session as they go through. Who to keep an eye on? We'll follow, I think, Ivan through what he experiences through this Q1 session. See if you can get out of it. We're at the top 20. Move on. All right, they're still figuring stuff out. Let's quickly grab, we can grab somebody else. Maybe someone who... Okay, is JH Dash still around? I think JH Dash. Yeah, maybe we can quit. Let's bully JH Dash. Let's get him over here. Hopefully he has his mic working. I'm sorry if you're trying to lock in for practice, but content is king, right? JH, quick interview for you. Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Sorry to take you out of your zone there before qualifying, but you're looking at a pretty fast practice time and a pretty good race pace here. What do you think of going into qualifying?
I'm not sure about the race pace, but I did hit a really good lap. It all depends on if I hit the block stop.
The block stop. Which one? Which turn?
Turn 3.
Turn 3 block stop. So bold
I'm not
strategy.
sure if I'm going for it still.
Yeah, maybe not in Q1, but well, we'll have to see what the qualifying sessions look like, and maybe you could adjust it for the race. But yeah, consistency is king here, as we were just talking to Ivan the Miner, saying that's what's going to help him bring his position up in the standings is consistency here. And well, maybe that block stop is going to help, is going to impact that consistency.
Will this head give me luck?
Yeah. Well, JH, what are you looking for, like qualifying wise? What position are you aiming for?
Top 10.
Just the top 10, huh? Not feeling a pole or a front row?
I felt like I was gonna get something like that in Barcelona, and then I PB'd twice in quali somehow and got pole, so I don't know.
Well, it could happen again. Well, it could happen again indeed. JH queued up in our session here. One of the first drivers to take to the track and one of the fastest track times. Once again, we ask, who do you think takes pole position here? You can see the top 10 times on your left side of the screen here. Julian Cool Jr., it's Yezer on that top spot. And we just talked to JH Dash, who is just 2 tenths behind him on that standings. Baxio, Track, Joka. Who do you have? Kane also going to get time. Opeki from No Name is going to be put in that 6th position. So lots and lots of drivers are going to be racing for this. And it's anyone's game, really. These times are so close to each other. No one's probably going to get a PB unless we have some spectacular magic. As JH mentioned last week in Barcelona, does it happen again? I don't know. However, there is quite the possibility with so many drivers on this track, so many fast drivers willing to put in the risks in this qualifying. We'll have to see what they are willing to do to get on that front row.
That's my man.
All right. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. That should be 2, maybe 3 laps. Maybe 3. We'll have to see. As you get ready for this session. It's Yezer, JHDAS, Faxio, all going to be battling for this front row. Let's take a look at, we can also pop open our secondary top group. We'll bring this. Hold on. I can't grab it. Okay, well. I don't know where we're going to be. I guess over there is probably fine. But you can see at least our bottom 15. Let's do that. There we go. And so you can see the top, you know what? We're going to do this live. We're going to do this live. I don't really care. We are going to crop this. Can I crop this? Oh, why am I doing this live? I do not know, but here we are. I can't see it. There we are. Oh, that doesn't help. That doesn't help. We're getting some heat resets here while I do this. So please hold tight. Good enough. Okay. So we can bring this. Oh, the standings are gone. What happened to it? Oh well. I like having the full names. And I wish our scoreboard did show the full names. But yeah, they only show the front 3 letters, so kind of hard to see, but we'll quickly set this up when. All right. No, that's gone. All right. We'll get this heat reset going on their way. Not sure what the issue is, as we were distracted with other things here on the broadcast. But maybe an extra lap for the drivers, just to get one more lap. Loading their chunks, keep them loaded on this beautiful Red Bull. I mean, stunning, really. Like, it's... What tops this? What tops this? It's so amazing. And I'll be so sad when we have to go somewhere else, and we won't be seeing this beautiful backdrop to our racing. Right, well, here they are. And then we can bring in our... It's just so scuffed, but there we are. There we are. So you can see at least the bottom 16 as well. Down to 33. Oh, there's a more jumping into this with seemingly little to no practice time. I guess that's what Screwham's put instead of Simon, who was trying to go for that no-name spot. All right, well, here we go. Qualifying is just starting. Here we go. One at a time they go for Q1. Of course, we're going to lose the bottom 13 drivers and keep the top 20 to move on to the next session. That's all you need to be doing here. So while Jungle Jr., JH Faxo can show off their skills, get warmed up for qualifying, get used to the nerves that they have to deal with, the bottom groups will have to struggle, and we already see a mistake there. That is Kane, I think, scraping on the exit there. Asbury catching up. There's there's JH. Hot spot. 32 Gilo. Give me a moment here as well. All of them coming through. But let's take a look. Let's watch Ivy the Miner through his first lap. Since he and Killil and ahead of him, like some sort of mistake from Killil. It looks like he's just going slow up to turn 3. So that might have been what caused his error. There's Lapis Lettuce getting past that Swish Q. Not going to have a good time here on this first lap. We'll see how the first laps end up going. Move on to Jungle Jr. going through the high-speed corners, the sweepers. JH behind, and this front group just got to do their thing. They're not too worried about getting out in Q1 unless they have major mistakes, and usually you don't really have that happening in the Red Bull Ring unless you go for risky moves like cutting the corner. And these drivers, of course, doing just a little bit of that. There you go. Both of them cutting just a tad on turn 10. We'll see what these times look like going into Q1 at 1:32.08 is JH getting ahead. And the rest of them coming through. Yoshi getting into third there. But JH still looking like the fastest time on track so far as we keep pushing through these times and more of them coming through. And then we'll get a, they're going to get a restart back up to the front of the grid. So some of them are racing through. Some of them are being teleported back just due to Mopeki, though, getting the new fastest time at 1:31.9. Not too bad for Mopeki. That's going to keep him certified into Q2, I'm sure. Here is Techno Gustav. I think he's just practicing. Right, well, we keep going. Some of these drivers are not currently into our top 20, but including Martinitis not having a good time. Game of the Moment, Kilo, Kane, Lapis, Digo, Sweats. Let's take a look at what Lapis is up to on his second lap out. Wherever Lapis is. There he is. So currently not in our top times, and he would love to have this for him and his team to hopefully turn around their season. This would be the place to do it, as I believe TDG is also risking a spot in that, risking a Q1 exit. But here's Lapis coming through the sweepers here. He's got to have to find a good amount of time. He's already up so far. He's up by 4/10 right now. And down through he goes. We'll see if it's... Oh, there's going to be a teleport. I'm not sure what happened there. That was bizarre. Krillo behind him. Shelja also on a very, very fast lap from the last one he's been on. We have some changes already happening in our top 10s or so, but should be all of them should be safe. It's the top... It's people in 20th and below that should be worried. And Lapis currently is in one of those spots. But with an improvement here, Lapis should jump into... Where did he jump into? I can't see it. Only 26th. It's not going to be enough for Lapis Lettuce. Unfortunately for him, he is going to be out of this session. Yeah, 30th now. Must missed maybe his first turn there. But Lapis Lettuce out of Q1 here. Same with his teammate. I believe those two guys. Yep, 22nd for him. He is out. Do we have anyone else finishing here? See the Seagull. Not making it, I don't believe. No. Only 30 seconds. So starting in the back of the grid there. So with qualifying one gone, we're going to say goodbye to Shuttleman. Those two guys, Killer Lol, Cabo, Steljo, Iltis Amor, Swish, Q, Struxel, Builder Matty, Lapis Lettuce, Digo, Sue the Seagull, and Gaming Moments will not be making it through. A pretty stacked amount of drivers, very, very fast, few of them, and couldn't make it done. All three Skillions drivers out in Q1 once again. Quadrant seemingly very similar, although I think with Kane staying 15th, he stays on board here. But lucky enough for an NG main, oh, we did have one more change there. I'm not sure who that was. I think it's all the fast drivers. Yeah, Mafiosa and them. Mafiosa getting a second fastest time. Holy cow, that is quite a time for a driver, not even in our top 10. Very good stuff from Mafiosa. So take back what you said about him not making a good improvement. But Joka getting a good time as well. How are we still moving through these laps here? They must have gotten a third one spare. But I believe that still shouldn't change our bottom 20. Or bottom 13, excuse me. But Joka getting an even fast time. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. So many drivers separated by less than a second. At least our top 15. Like, what the heck? How do they do this? you have to go back pretty far to get somebody who's further than a second away from Joka's 131.8. Like, that's pretty good. There we go. Like, how many people have gotten less than a 131.8? Or 132.8? Like, those two guys, 23rd. 22 people less than 1 second behind Joka. Is that right? 131.8, a 132.83 is your time to get less than a second. Yeah, a 132.84. So almost TG, 1.01. But 22, almost 23 drivers less than a second behind the top time. How close can you get to these guys? It is impressive how close they are. Right, we'll move on to Q2. Q2 is going to be your top 15. We'll move on. And the rest we will say goodbye to. That's 10 drivers. Or excuse me, top 10, not top 15. Top 10, we'll move on. And the bottom 20 are, or bottom 10 are removed, so up to 20th, of course. So, people like Asbury, 30 Gilo, Rubik, Iron the Miner, Faxio, and Kane are going to be drivers going to really have to push to stay in the next qualifying session. And of course, Voik, Martinitis, Dark, and NG Main, they all have to figure out a way to improve their Q1 time by a significant margin, though we did get to see that is still less than a second to improve by, if we're going by Q1 standards. They only have to improve by less than a second. So here we go. Q2, they're going to get 2 laps once again. And this one will guarantee themselves only 2 laps. No third lap shenanigans going on for this Q2 session. And as they go, once again, we'll keep an eye on Martinitis. Not the greatest Q1. We'll see if he can rebuild from that. It looks like pretty clean here for most drivers into turn 1. They keep pushing through turns 2, down this straight. That doesn't really make a corner, but nevertheless is labeled as one. Into turn 3. How is this looking? Mopeki going for that block stop. Joka going for it. Joka makes it. Mopeki does not. So not going to be a good lap for Mopeki already. Not very good looking for an NG main either. Dark Robo. Not looking good. The Quattron driver. And they keep pushing through. Joka having a good race pace so far. NG Main still struggling on this lap time. Mopeki, we saw him mess up that outside block stop that he's been trying into turn 3. Sorry for the mic bump there. Mafioso still getting really good times here. If we're not having a top 10 practice time, he's still right at the very top of his game. As we go through turn 10 here, Joko Jr. trying to cut the corner, doesn't make it work. He's going to burn that lap at the last minute. Risky strategies there just to get into Q2. Or excuse me, to get into Q1. And here we go. Mafioso sets the fastest time. Hutspot only 200s behind. There's Joko Jr. not making a good lap out of that one. And well, after that, who do we have? Faxio not in that top 15. Well, excuse me, top 10 is what we're looking at. Paper Yoshi. Not a good lap for Paper Yoshi. He's got to make that second lap count. Same with Live in the Minor Life Network. Joka not getting a good time. FMOG in that 15th spot there. Currently in that danger zone. If you make a second mistake on this lap, it is all over for you. And speaking of mistakes, Joka not going to make it. Mopeki neither. Going for that block stop, missing it. This should be a down and out for those drivers. Will not move on into the next Q3 session. These top 5 or so are probably very, very safe. They don't need to worry about. There's Martinitis. He's going to be out as well. Well, excuse me. No, he's not out yet. He's 6 only. It's, who wasn't at the top? I'm not sure. I think looks like he did make an improvement when we missed it. But Martinitis not getting this lap in. He should be safe in that 6th spot. Jungle Jr. not looking good right now. Completely at the mercy of, well, this qualifying session will not make an improvement at all. Lepecki neither had a mistake into turn 3 once again. So 2 mistakes will get you out of this qualifying session very, very quickly. JH Dash feeling confident going to the pit lane on this lap. Doesn't need to do another Joker. That's another mistake from him. Faxio is on an improvement. Is there enough from that improvement to move him into a top time? No, Asprey does not get in. Yoshi is out. Yoshi is out of this session. Track, JH Dash is out as well. Is Track going to stay in? He's at 10th spot. Is there any more improvements? Yes, there is. Track, only 11th, is out of this session. And what a bombshell for those drivers who did not see it coming. We're going to say goodbye to Track, JH Dash, Paper Yoshi, Asbury, Voigt, Ivan the Miner, NG Main, Joka, FRMOG, and Lepecki. Unfortunately for them, very, very tight margins you have to do to get past. I mean, take a look at this. You only needed Track getting a 132.4, Mafiosa getting a 132.2. So yeah, I mean, you gotta stay within 0.3 of the leader to get into the top 10 spots in this qualifying session. And well, it's only gonna get harder from here as we enter the 1-lap shootout for Q3 for pole position. And what can these drivers do? Mafiosa, Hutbot, Faxio, Rubik, Kane, Gilo, Life Network, It's Yazer, Martinez, and Dark Robo all have a pretty dang good shot. It looks like JH Dash is just going to follow them through for some reason. But they all have a pretty good shot to get on this pole position. Who can get it done? We saw Mafiosa getting a fast time in Q2, getting the fastest time there. And yeah, we'll see if Hutspot, 30 Gilo, Kane, Rubik all having a very, very good spot. Good chances of getting into this session. We'll see what they do. 1 lap is all they get, and we'll see what they do. Into this turn 3, so they're going for that block stop. It's not going to be enough for Kane. Faxio out of this one. Will not be going for pole position. Mafiosa, steady as ever, is looking really, really good out of turn 3. 30 Gilo, his teammate, also in that front group here, looking pretty good for the Steak and Carbs drivers. The fastest duo we have on the grid so far. Looking really good through turn 4 and 5. Into the sweeping corners. Not going to lose too much time here for any of these drivers, of course, without any mistakes, of course. And will only be a couple of tenths that could sway these drivers. The Mafiosa is still physically, visibly leading the pack here, ahead by a couple of tenths. See a different line being taken from the rest of them. Mafiosa staying on that blue ice. 3 Gila, Rubik, Hutspot, all taking a little bit shorter of that corner, just to get a couple of tenths out of there. Into turn 9. Looking pretty good from Rubik, especially. Mafiosa still leading into turn 10. Who's cutting this corner? And oh no, we lost one of them, but I think it might be Mafiosa coming out of turn 10. A great cut of that corner. That should be Mafiosa's qualifying to win, and yes, it is a 132.140 for Mafiosa. Dominant time there, separating himself from the rest of the pack by at least a tenth. And the rest of the drivers, unfortunately, will not be improving their time, especially not Life Network, who had some issues early on. But Mafiosa, fastest time, Kane and Julie Cool Jr. Excuse me, Life Network did have a good time, moving up to 7th, but it's all Mafiosa's race to win with Kane. Julie Cool Jr. and 32 Gilo in your top 4 there. Very, very hard-working drivers in that Q3 session. 1 lap is all it took, and, well, Mafiosa getting the fastest time of qualifying so far. 132.14 is pretty dang fast if you want to take a comparison. Kind of get an estimate of how fast that really was. Here is your fastest times on track. 130. Wait. Oh, it's a 131.6. Okay. Just making sure. But still, a 131 or 132.414 is pretty dang quick. That will put you almost in 11th position there on our standings with that one-shot quali. All right, well, let's quickly talk. Maybe we can get a quick talk with, can we get Kane on board? Is Kane, I know, isn't usually one to like to speak. Let's see if he's... Can we get him? Kane!
Oh, hello, Blue Leader. How's it
Kane!
going?
Great qualifying. Here, let's get off track here for a second. Can we get a quick interview out of you?
Sure.
Right, well, LeBron, I guess. A great
Yeah,
qualifying
LeBron
for
James.
you. Great qualifying for P2. Front row.
Yeah.
Good spot to be, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with that. I wasn't totally happy with my Q3 lap, but I don't know. Maybe nobody else sent the block stop, or everyone else got it badly.
Yeah, there was a couple
I
mistakes
mean, I
from the
wasn't
drivers.
expecting a 32.2 to be that far up in Q3, but yeah, happy with
Yeah,
it.
one-shot quality
it's nice
does
to share
things.
front row with Mafioso as well. I mean, after I quali last race, we have 1, 2, and 4 on the grid. It's a really, really good place to be. Definitely.
Absolutely, yeah. Good places for you and your team. And how are you feeling going into this race? Do you think you challenge Mafioso for a race win here?
I mean, I guess we'll see. I think if I'm having a good day, I'm definitely good enough to like keep pace, but like, yeah, won't know until we're actually doing, race pace.
All right. Well, we'll have to see. At race start, we'll get you back on the grid. Maybe get some extra practice time in for you. We won't bore you too much. Get you
Did you
working,
spin the-
get you warmed up. We will spin the wheel. Oh, they already loaded up the grid, but we'll quickly spin the wheel real fast. If you don't know how this works, we have a 1 in 8 chance to completely reverse the racing grid of the starting grid, where last will start first and first will start last. So 1 in 8 chance, and we spin, get lucky. It hasn't happened yet so far this season as we enter round 10, and it won't happen again. So 10 rounds without a reverse grid, and starting to think that this feels against us. Right, let's quickly run through our grid from front to back. Here is Mafiosa on pole position here. We just talked to Kane, sharing that front row, feeling pretty good. See if he can challenge for that front spot after turn 1. Jungle Jr. NCAs are in P3. 30 Gio, the other second carbs driver, in P4. Rubik in P5 here. Dark Row P6. Life Network P7 after that. Mistake in Q3. Hutspot behind him in P8. Also making a mistake. 56 Faxio, P9. Martinitis, the biggest mistake of them all in Q3, only earns P10 after that Q3 entrance there. Track into
That's not
11th.
why.
Everyone's in spectator mode for some reason. I don't know what happened there. JH Dash, we talked to him earlier on. 12th for them. Paper Yoshi in 13th for Vanwave. Espery, 14th. Voigt, rookie driver, 15th. Ivan the Miner, we talked to him earlier on. 16th for him. Very good start after his goals. NG Main, Joka, FRMOG, Mopeki, Shuttleman, Ilta Samora, those two guy, Killalo, Builder Matty, Kebab, Shelljo, Switch Q, Struxel, Lapis Lettuce, Zook Zinlo, Digo, Stu the Seagull, and Gaming Moment are your 33 participating drivers in this Red Bull Ring, the Austrian Grand Prix for round 10. What a grid do we have lined up for you? Times less than a second separating each other in their qualifying session. Let's see if the race paces keep the same pace. And if they do, then we'll have plenty of action from this grid here at the Red Bull Ring. 10 turns each lap with, only 19 laps. So 190 turns to separate them, these drivers, from a race win. We'll have to see who can get the fastest times, who can set that amazing lap, get the best overtakes, and who will take the win at the Austrian Grand Prix. We're seconds away from the start of this race, the most action-packed of turns. And I gotta say, through experience, drivers have struggled with turn 1, right? When it's a 3, a 2, and a 1, they're off, ready to go for the Austrian Grand Prix. It's foot to the floor. Here we go. Mafiosa having a great start. Kane seemingly already giving up some time to Mafiosa. Into turn 1 they go. 30 Gilo's absolutely whipping the corner. Not sure what happened there for him. He's losing tons of time. Both Williams drivers, CDG and Ilta Zamora, also struggling on turn 1. Lapis, all 3 Williams drivers struggling on turn 1 for some reason. I don't know what happened to 32 Gila there on that first corner, but it is nowhere near what we expect from our second place driver on the grid. Excuse me, he's dropped down to 5th in their standings.
It's messy.
Perhaps mistakes like that bring him down there, right? Well, Mafiosa still leading us off. Hutspot, though, is looking like a battle here with its Yezer Life Network. This is for P5 here, P4, and there's Mafiosa leading us off, building quite a gap already to Kane, who's building quite a gap to Hutspot, Junko Jr. Life Network. This is going to be a long battle. I'm not going to be surprised if this lasts a couple of laps long, as these 3 drivers are all very, very fast. Some of them have been taking mistakes in qualifying. We'll see if they repeat those mistakes, go for those block stops, go for those shortcuts, and if they make a mistake at all, then they're out of this this battle here for that third spot. Behind him, Track making a good run, got some clean air around him, just staying behind that battle, looking for a way to get into it. Rubik behind him. We'll take a look at this battle into turn 10. Who's going to take that as a little shortcut? Looks like all three of them taking it pretty safe. We already have some people in the pit lane. That is Paper Yoshi, JH Asbury, all going in. Ivan the Miner behind them. Also, going through the pit lane early, getting those pits done out first so they can worry about overtaking later. Right, this battle is still going on with Julian Cool Jr., Life Network, Hotspot, struggling to keep up a little bit, slightly falling behind Hotspot. Hopefully he can bring it back into this one, up into turn 3, but Kane and Mafiosa still trying to bring this up. Oh, that's a mistake there. It's Julian Cool Jr., it's Yeazer, lose the position. Track's gonna get an overtake on him, and it's gonna cause a lot of splitting behind him. Rubik, FMOG, and Dark Robo had to make their, had to kind of avoid the action, make sure they didn't run into the back of him. And yeah, we keep racing though, as Itzies are already being put under pressure by Rubik, it looks like, for this. Well, now it's P6 for Itziezer. There's Kane right there. And then now it goes down to 2 for this third spot. Life Network and Hotspot, one by one, as we go through the sweeping corners here of 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2 of them have been, I believe they're teammates, aren't they? So we'll see if they, the battle, sure they were teammates at one point anyway. Into turns 9, and how much they're going to cut turn 10. That's going to be one way you're going to improve on pace compared to your rival, but also is going to risk you completely losing it all. Right, we have some pit lanes going in. It's Yezar, Dark Robo, Martinitis, Engimane going to the pit lane for lap 2. And this battle continues in through lap 3. Mafiosa making a great gap towards Kane. Almost 2 seconds separate them now. You can see there he is right there. 2 seconds is quite a bit already with the amount of time that you can gain or lose on this track. Of course, mistakes change that. But overall, 2 seconds is quite a gap to have, with little minimal improvements between laps. And oh, Kane's getting a little bit close to that corner there. Risked a scrape there just to get some extra pace on the, well, seemingly faster Mafiosa. But stayed away from errors on that one. This one's still going on between Hotspot and Life Network. He's calling for race control. He's Life Network. Both of them have called upon race control. Perhaps they're thinking Kane is lagging here. That's usually what drivers try to do for any chance to get an advantage over their rivals, to convince race control that they're being ghosted. Anyone going to the pit lane? And yes, it is. Life Network gonna get out of this one. Is tired of being stuck behind Kane after only 1 lap, and will challenge. Oh, a scrape there though. You can't wall tap that, Life Network. Didn't learn that one. Must have never practiced the pit lane before, and he learned it the hard way. No wall tap there for Life Network. Gonna lose a lot of time. It's gonna be quite a lot of pressure for him to stay on pace with Hotspot. And if Hotspot knows this, he's gonna pit early with pit on this first lap and guarantee himself a spot in front of Life Network if he wants to defend his position. And if he's struggling behind Kane as well, that's going to make it even more of a reason to pit in front and follow his rival alongside him a lap later. And we'll see what he does going into that the end of lap 4. But so far, he's in open air, a little bit slow behind Kane. That's allowed Trek to kind of start smelling Hotspot here. He's real close. And this is where the drivers have, it's calmed down. The race start has been relaxed. And these front drivers are going to have to worry about keeping pace, not making mistakes, and overall drive their race without losing positions. We'll see what he does. Going into turn 9 is where you can kind of get a peek of if they're going in. Is he going to do it? No, he doesn't. He stays out of this one. track, not too far behind. Let's take a look at what Mopeki is up to. Currently in 8th position. He's going to go into the pit lane from here. Looks like he's tired of being stuck behind Kebab in that 7th spot there. Struxel behind him will also pit. Kane has been ghosted. Seems like that has worked from Hotspot and from Early Life Network. Have both been calling upon late Kane lagging, and Race Control agrees. They have ghosted him. Don't know what that means. It means no one can see him or bump into him. They can see his lightning rod, they can see his position, but they don't have to worry about him being in the way. And this is super big for Hotspot and really, really hurts Life Network for using that pit lane to get away from Kane. And now that he's learned that he's been ghosted, he lost his resource. Very, very strong spot for Hotspot to keep behind Kane. And after Race Control has agreed that he is out lagging too much. It's going to be very much easier for Hotspot to pass Kane here now. If he has the race pace on him, all he has to do is just have faster pace. He doesn't have to worry about overtaking Kane at all anymore. With Kane not physically being on track. He's a ghost, like in Mario Kart. Where you just drive through other drivers, and it's just Kane. Yeah, so Hotspot cannot bump into Kane, but Kane can still bump into Hotspot weirdly. So it's just overall a disadvantage if you're lagging this much, and it really impacts your race. Especially, and it probably is infuriating Kane, because up here, I didn't see any lagging. And I'm wondering if Kane also didn't see any lagging, but Hotspot, Life Network, and Race Control have all said that he has been lagging. So, oh yeah, there is some lag going on. You can kind of see it now with Kane. So perhaps that is true. That is why. Interesting lap. Let's take a look. Our fastest lap right now is Lapis Lettuce, who has been storming through this field. He was P15 last lap. I don't know what he did to pass a bunch of drivers, but currently rising his way up through this field, battling Zook Zinlo for 10th already. Excuse me, 11th. So Lapis Lettuce finding ways to pass drivers through this tricky track. And oh, he is going to get a bump there. I think Zook Zinlo pushing too fast into turn 3. Lapis didn't expect it and got dive bombed. Fortunately for him, that is unlucky and almost quite dirty there from Zook Zinlo. Way overshooting the corner. Knew he was going to take Lapis out. Maybe not knew he was going to take Lapis out, but knew he wasn't going to make it. And yeah, so through lap 6, Lapis Lettuce doing a great job crawling back from his Q1 exit. He was, what was he, 20-something? And now he's up to 12, so amazing start. All right, well, looks like it's going to start raining, looks like. I think that's a water puddle there. Yes, there is, on the exit of turn 7. We might see more coming up. It looks like keeping an eye on our standings here. There's Life Network, though. He pit early and has found himself in a different position. He's catching up to his Paper Yoshi ahead of him. And as it stands, P15 right now for Life Network. And looks like Zook Zinlo has pitted to get out of Lapis Lettuce's way. Good news for him. Now he will start chasing down 56 Faxio. Life Network. We saw his mistake going into the pit lane on lap 2. Excuse me, lap 3, I think. And we'll have to put in quite a fast pace if he wants to catch up and start challenging with Hotspot again. Because those mistakes lose you a lot of time, especially in the pit lane they do. It's just everything's at such slow speeds. You want more momentum when you're being slowed down by those slow strips. And, slowing down on your own and then having to go through a slow strip is so much worse to get through. And, Life Network is feeling that. And wait till, he's going to have to wait till Hotspot gets on the same pit strategy to him before he can start realizing where he is compared to Hotspot. As he's not too far behind Paper Yoshi. Keeping pace. You can see everyone's in those 132s. Not too much changing.
Because Lapis is still like 2 seconds.
And Paper Yoshi is
Oh,
talking
actually,
about...
no, I'm pitting.
He's gonna pit behind. Yeah, he sees. He said, "I'm gonna stay at one more lap. We're not caught up to Lapis yet. No need to do it just yet." And I think then he saw this. Two drivers battling for a position. It's 56 Faxia and Sue the Seagull right now, both battling for 10th spot. Lapis sneaking in, just watching from behind. He's getting real close to this battle, Lapis, and will benefit from the rewards if one makes a mistake, goes a little bit too hard racing against the other. It's like there's going to be no more water. It's just a small little puddle we saw on the exit of turn 8. No more water, though, they say. So, looks like a gimmick that didn't really impact too much. Different lines being taken from Sue the Seagull and Faxio. Faxio having a much better exit. And I thought I said no more water. Am I crazy? But there is more, I guess. Going through. Keep an eye on Hutspot's Delta 2K, and it's 1.3 seconds. Still no change in that Delta from last time we've checked in. He can really take advantage of Kane in that ghosted form and get an overtake on him if he has faster race pace. But it appears to be that he has yet to do that, although I say that, and he's dropped down to less than a second away from Kane. As looks like Faxio has managed to get ahead of Sue the Seagull. Unfortunately for Lapis, will not cause a bumping chain. All right, well, let's go to Hutspot. He's starting to close in on Kane here, and I wonder if those lag issues are getting worse for Kane, and he's struggling to find a pace, or if he's just lost his edge here for a couple of laps. And skip the water there. Make sure you don't run into it. Looks like Dark Robo has passed Lapis Lettuce for a position there. He's on different pit strategies. But Kane slowly being chased down. 7/10 separate them right now. Different lines being taken between the two. 6/10 now. Going through turn 9. And turn 10. Hutspot, one of the fastest drivers, has had multiple race wins over the course of his career in FC1. Kane as well, but more recent race wins in Hutspot. Hutspot's been around for a lot longer. So can the experience of Hutspot on this track beat out Kane here? It's getting closer. Right, well, that's happening. Let's take a look at Dark Robo, who has also passed Lapis. And you can see the three of them all right next to each other. That's JH Dash and Dark Robo battling for a position. This is for 12th spot. Of course, both of them have a pit lane, or have gone through the pit lane at least once. And so this could be a battle for more than just 11th. This could be looking at the leader of the one pit strategy as it stands. And it's always a good position to be in, the front driver. We have more German. Unfortunately, I don't know enough German to know what that means. So we'll have to keep an eye out for what's happening on track. Lapis going for the block stop, staying in this one. The others taking it normally. And yeah, I don't know if that block stop is really worth much. It's a lot of risk to do, and isn't seemingly saving too much time when the drivers who hit them. While we watch this battle, I'd like to remind you that this Formula Craft is hosted on Frostix.com, and if you want to race in the next time out, we have an FC2 race. Oh, there's more water. Really, really thin right there, actually. Thin racing line for drivers to pass through. As I was saying, FC2 is in just 30 minutes time from right now at 11:30 Pacific time. If you want to join, you can. All you have to do is show up on event.frostix.com, and you can join in on the racing on this beautiful, wonderful track. You do need the boat utilities mod, of course, to allow you to go up and down blocks smoothly. But other than that, you are good to go. Right, let's take a look. Who else are we trying to pay attention to? 32, Gilo, and Rubik. Oh, Rubik going a little bit wide there in turn 3. Going to lose a lot of time here. This is for 4th. And looks like Gila just got out of it. Had a little bit of a scare from Rook behind, and appears to be shaking him off. Looks like, yeah, I think he has. He has shaken off Rook, but perhaps there's a water issue that he's had, or something going on right there, but right. Well, unfortunately, Lepus has made another mistake, and we'll lose the spot to these two. But these two are still going at it. Dark Robo and JH Dash. 8 laps to go in this race already, and the two of them are still battling for this currently P12 with 2 pits. So we might see some more drivers starting into the pit lane. Top 10 still haven't gone in yet, except for Life Network, who I think has gone through a second pit since we've last checked in with him. And Hotspot still on that 6/10 away from Kane. Hasn't yet been able to pass him. So very, very similar race pace between those two. And will he get it done before the end of this race? Perhaps for the pit lane, it might be a little bit easier. Might save some time there as well. But these two still going at it. Up into turn 1 on lap 12. And Mafioso has been checked out of this race since the very start. He's been 3 seconds ahead, seemingly, for the majority of this race. Gotten past Kane and hasn't had to worry about him catching up anytime soon. Of course, 3 seconds isn't the most amount, but he's been slowly growing that gap over the course of these 12 laps so far. JHS starting to get a lead here on Dark Robo. Trying to push him out of tandem. He might be able to do just that if he can nail. Yeah, that corner's making it a little more tricky. There is some water right here. Perhaps you have to find a way to not run into that water. Skip over the blocks there. And looks like a little bit of that changeup brings Dark Robo just a tad bit into this one still. As we go through 9 and 10. And here's something. Dark Robo is going to go into the pits. Must have been scared that JH was pushing him out of tandem there, and he didn't want to risk losing the position and, more importantly, losing the time that you get from being pushed out of tandem. So he's going to go into the pit lane while JH Dash continues his lap, and he's going to get behind in NG main, and that might be the best strategy for Dark Robo. He might have found a good spot. Let's see where he ends up. He's still in this pit lane. But if he finds himself in a good spot with clean air and no slow drivers ahead of him, he's going to be in a more advantageous position than Paper Yoshi. And could, or excuse me, not Paper Yoshi, JH Dash. Looks like he's going to come out right behind Life Network. So whether you believe it or not, Life Network is still in this battle for this kind of front pack pit gang. So Dark Robo, of course, was on 1 pit, was right behind JH Dash, but when he entered into 2 pits, well, he's right behind Life Network. And we knew from a while back, Life Network was battling for 3rd. So could these trio of drivers, Life Network, Dark Robo, and JH Dash, could be fighting for this 3rd spot against Hotspot, or perhaps a more advantageous position? Could they go for 2nd? Could they go for 4th? We'll have to see, as Hotspot is finally getting very, very close to Kane here. And there you go. There is him right next to Kane. This is the battle for P2. And if all goes to plan here, Hotspot could get an overtake and start blocking Kane. Of course, with recent math done with the with JH and them. And actually, JH is going to go to the pit lane here. We'll see where he comes out ahead of Life Network. Can he do it? So here goes into, he's using the no-name pit. I'm not sure why he's using specifically this one, but here he is. A 2.9, a little bit slower, but still pretty good. We'll see how he comes out compared to Life Network. If he can get ahead, of course, his other rival. There's Joka. And I think, is he behind them? Where is Life Network? Life Network's far ahead. Yeah. Looks like Life Network has been able to, and Dark Robe has been able to get past. And Martinez as well, gotten ahead of JH Dash here. With that, yeah, with Engine blocking him on that last lap, it's caused them quite a bit of positions lost. Not only to Dark Robo, who is just about to pull ahead of, but also to 2 more as well. So, unlucky for him. Should have thought about it earlier. And we'll have to find a way around him. With 2 pits done, it's going to be very difficult to overtake these drivers. But there is always a way. Right, Hotspot and Kane still going at it in this P3 battle, or P2 battle, I should say. And they're going to have to start thinking about pitting soon. One of them will. And while Hotspot doesn't really have to, he can't see Kane. He's been ghosted most of this race. Kane could pit to make sure he doesn't run into anybody. But he's also far enough ahead that he has no reason to pit and won't get bumped. Let's see, there's Paper Yoshi leading that 2-pit gang in 15th on the grid. We do see some overtakes happening with those P2s. I believe that was somewhere around Martinitis. Looks like getting an overtake. And looks like it's going to be Hotspot going to go into the pit lane. Through he goes. Mafioso, we missed that also in the pit lane. He is doing just the same thing. He's going to take a Hotspot's Alpig spot. I don't get it why drivers choose to go into different pit boxes. And then, yeah, Hotspot's going to take this take and Carbs one. A little switcheroo between the two. Not sure why they do that. Why not use your own pit lane, right? Right, we'll see how he comes out ahead or behind the one pitters like Mopeki. But I think he'll be plenty ahead. There's Kilolov for P6. So yeah, I think he's plenty ahead. It's when he takes a second pit is when it's going to be interesting. Is he far enough ahead of drivers like Paper Yoshi? And considering that I believe that is NG made ahead. No, that's Kilolov, excuse me. There's Shuttleman as well. I think he still might be ahead of the rest of the drivers. There's Builder Matty behind him. Also, he's only on 0 pits, so he will not be really competing. Yeah. Imagine building the pit lane for every single team. Yeah. Well, they don't decorate them anymore. They've kind of gotten lazy, and they don't decorate their pits anymore. Right, so Track also going to the pits. We didn't hear much of him. He's been relaxing in that 4th spot for quite a while. Pretty much this entire race, he's been sitting in 4th. Or 3rd, I guess now, but there we go. And Hudson's going to go for his second pit. Bomati follows. We'll see how he compares to current 2-pit leader, Paper Yoshi.
2.5.
And what's Paper Yoshi saying right now? He's probably aware Hotspot's in the pits. Along with a couple others. Track as well going in behind him.
All right, thank you so much, Faxio.
And Faxio's gonna...
Oh my god, it's traffic. Ivan and Kebab, it's...
Let's see where he ends up compared to Hotspot. Hotspot's leaving the pit lane now. There's Ivan and Kebab right ahead. He's going to get ahead of them. It's going to be really, really good for Hotspot. If he can get ahead of both of them, it looks like he's been able to just manage getting the tandem with these drivers. Very, very crucial right there. To stay into tandem, not have to worry about bumping into these drivers because Paper Yoshi isn't too far behind him. There he is. You can see him battling with Builder Matty as it stands.
Country water. Like on the apex. Oh, they just removed it. I don't know. I have no idea.
You can see him relaying to his team. So Hotspot staying ahead of these other drivers. He's going to paddle these other two. Hopefully no mistakes here from Hotspot will almost guarantee him to finish this race in a good position. See, they're starting to Jalen Rubik of the zero pits, starting to use their pits on these last couple of laps. We're on lap 17 of 19. We're almost to the end of this race. Currently, this one is obviously, well, this one's going Mafioso's way, but that P2 is still up for grabs. That P3 up for grabs. P4 maybe even also up for grabs. Track is in the pits once again. We'll see how he compares to these drivers. He wasn't too far behind Hotspot when they were on their zero pits not too long ago. And we'll see how he does. Ivan the Miner going to the pits. That's going to really help Paper Yoshi as both the drivers cleared the way. And now it separates Hotspot from Paper Yoshi by no drivers in between. So, can Paper Yoshi keep up this gap and catch up? Here is Killal on one pit. We're not worried about him. It is Track who we want to know about. I think he's going to come out behind Yoshi. Yeah, he does. So there he goes. That's going to be net P4 or so. With Mafioso still yet to pit. So there's Track. Of course, here's Hotspot. Paper Yoshi. Seemingly Killal has gotten in the way between them. So it's going to impact Yoshi just a little bit. And with 2 laps to go. Uh-oh, there's some lag going on. Not sure what that was about.
On the outside.
Starting to lose the drivers. Just a little bit there. Come on, game. Keep up. Right. Well, looks like Track's been rendering fine. So, Track right now has to worry about see if he can get past Paper Yoshi, 3 seconds ahead, and Life Network, who's only 1 second behind. Let's take a look at what's going on there between Life Network and Dark Robo. Not too much separating these two as well. Less than a second. We're now just barely a second. Life Network is starting to catch up to Struxel. And Struxel should be pitting this lap, so it won't be an issue for Life Network anymore. And yeah, so there he goes. Just in time for Life Network to get away. And Mafioso, our championship leader and our race leader, is back out on track after his second pit successfully and is far and off away from the rest of the field. 5 seconds ahead of Kane. But take a look at this. Hotspot is within 5/10 of this last, of this second position on our last lap of this race. It's lap 19 of 19. Can Hotspot overtake Kane after being ghosted most of this race? Had equal pace throughout the entirety of this Grand Prix, and they are dead even for this P2. We'll see who can take this spot. Very, very close racing here with lots of water being spilled out of the track. Hotspot versus Kane. Hotspot has taken the lead after many, many laps of slowly cutting down. Kane's advantage is now finally slightly ahead. Oh, that's a scrape from Kane. But Hotspot goes through the water. It's not over yet between these two. Hotspot still leading just a little bit by 2/10. A little bit better entry there from Kane. Does he keep enough for the exit? Looks like they're following the same racing line through these sweepers, and it might go Hotspot's way. Let's take a look at Mafioso, who is currently on the last corner here. Turn 10 here. Mafioso will be winning this Austrian Grand Prix at the beautiful Red Bull Ring. Mafioso from Steak and Carbs take this one away. But Hotspot is just barely ahead of Kane. Looks like on the last lap, he just barely gets it done. Hotspot just ahead. Kane's upset. He couldn't finish it. Paper Yoshi coming through in 4th. 5th goes to Track. 6th goes to Rubik. 7th goes to Gilo. 8th goes to Life Network. 9th, Dark Robo. 10th, Junicle Jr. 11th, JH Dash. Joka finishes 12th. Mopeki from No Name into 13th. 14th goes to Martinitis. And 15th, just barely Asprey with Physics Faxio right behind in 16th position. 17th for Kilo. 18th for Ivan. 19th for Builder Matty. 20th for Kebab NG Main goes into 21st, 22nd for Struxel, Iltis 23rd. We haven't heard from Lapis. What happened to Lapis during that second half of this race? There he is, 24th for him. Not sure what happened there. He's battling for P11 or so. 25th is Zook Zinlo. TDG only 26th. 27th is Sula Siegel. And these drivers so very close to each other. So very close for this this race, and we've already gone through 15th. Shuttleman is in our 28th spot. Getting around the last couple of bends, looks like quite a ways back from the rest of the grid. There he is. P28. For him as he crosses the line. Looks like the rest of the drivers could not finish and have DNF. No one else is on track here. And can we end this race and put up our podium? Maybe not. All right, well, Mafia, it's a dominant performance on a pretty easy, pretty simple day for him. Just had to drive the laps. And, well, he gets it done. He simply the best way to start from pole position. And there he goes. All right.
Damn.
Go.
Someone's
all
never
our
gonna finish this
instincts.
sentence.
What is it?
Well, here's our podium. They're all getting put up on track here. On top here, we can give at the snowballs. There you go. There's the snowballs. Celebrate our podium here. Mafio's on top. Hotspot just barely beating out Kane after multiple laps to slowly cut down his lead, even from lap 3, I think.
Babe, you're too controlling. I go feed you to the
Right. Well, let's get some quick interviews. All right, let's get some interviews going underway for all three of you who, thankfully, we can have a conversation with all three of you today, which is great to hear. Right, Kane, unfortunately for you, last lap is all that it needed for Hotspot to pass you.
That was the most stressful race of my life, bruh. I never want to drive on the same track as this guy again. Like,
yeah. And unfortunately,
I was so surprised when, like, after like 2 and then 3 and then 4 laps, like the delta just wasn't changing. I thought he was gonna be way faster than me, but like almost the entire race, I was driving ghosted with this guy behind me. It is the most terrifying thing in the world. I'm not gonna lie. I never want to do that again. Like, yeah, GG's. I'm a bit disappointed. I scraped the gimmick on the last lap. I like completely forgot about it.
Yeah,
and that ended up costing. I think that's how Hotspot like got ahead in tandem, and then I couldn't get it back.
Yeah.
But
well, Hotspot never.
it was
really...
a crazy race. Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Well, congratulations. So P3 is still pretty dang good. So be proud of that one. Just barely missed out on P2,
I'm definitely happy to be on the podium. Like this was like my debut in IBR last year, FC1 Austria. So it's really nice to like get on the podium here too.
Glad to hear.
Better progression.
Podium, yeah, absolutely. Hey, you know my first podium was here too, way back in 2021.
Foreshadowing.
And it was third. It was third. Right. Well, Hotspot, the better end of that overtake here, getting P2. How did it go for you that race?
I was kind of chilling. Like at the start, it was really stressful because he was sometimes just really lagging a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
I spammed like RC help like a lot, but nothing happened.
Okay,
yeah, you and Life Network both were calling out for it, and then eventually,
nothing happened.
After Life Network, finally gave up and pitted, he was ghosted, and you took full advantage of it, and you can kind of see. Yeah. I mean, where you ended up compared to Life Network there, that was a big decision.
It does say
that
FC1.
that changed his race, but you chose the right one and finished P2, and just lap after lap. Slowly cutting down Kane's and
we were like so close to each other, like really evenly matched. So it was
if it was 18 laps,
race.
You would be sitting third.
Yo, help!
Yeah, exactly.
Help!
And we'd be okay. That happened, you know. So congratulations, P2 Hotspot, another Alpig W.
Oh wait, I gotta do that.
Help.
Right. All right. And Mafiosa, a clean and decisive victory.
Yo, we're stuck
I
on
mean,
the track.
unfortunately, not too much to write home about for this one.
Yeah,
I was kind of bored this race, but another day, another win for the OG.
Ah, yes. Can't complain about another win.
Send me a TPA.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
do
we
I?
kind of knew what you had to do this race.
Oh,
Not too
you
much
good?
going on. Just stay in front, do your laps, finish the race
Okay,
in
we
front.
good.
But go into the next race. You have been kind of pressured by Martinitis, and you'll go back to the top of our standings. But last week, what happened? I mean, last week you lost all those points, lost the front spot of our standings, and now you're in a little bit of a scare with Martinitis. You worried at all?
No. I still got it, but it was just I didn't like this track.
Oh yeah, somebody was.
Oh my! Who did that?
Did the quality,
Apologies.
and it just happens. So I just did Q1, got eliminated, and just quit because I said, yeah, I'm not doing it.
All right. Well, still though.
So everything is calculated. Don't worry.
Still though, I mean, you were only a couple points ahead of GH and Paper Yoshi. So a poor performance today would have dropped you down,
You fell back
like your
in.
teammate is in 5th. And well, a win here will definitely change that around up to 1st. So you could have gone down to 5th. You could have been up to 1st today, and you got in the better half of it with a dominant victory today. Congratulations, Mafiosa.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there anything you'd like to say before we wrap things up here?
By the way, do you think
No.
they're just? Do you think they're just?
No.
talking
Okay.
to
Well,
No.
congratulations, everybody.
I have too many interviews, bro. I
I
have
don't think
nothing to
half the
say
people
at
here's
at
actually
this point.
Right. Well, there you go. There's your podium. There's FC1. But don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break. And once that is up, we will see you here on Red Bull Ring Reverse for FC2, the most chaotic league on this beautiful, beautiful track. We will see you soon. 5 minutes time with a very special guest joining me in our commentary booth. See you then. All right. Well, we are back into the Red Bull Ring, and the track has been completely flipped for FC2, the largest boat racing league ever, where we go from turn 10s to turn 1. FC2 has had plenty of drivers take this track last year, and today we will do just the same. But this time, more drivers, more chaos, more fun. We've had plenty of action the past couple of races so far, and Red Bull Ring will bring round 10 to a, well, exciting race here today. Joined alongside me, watching in this wonderful, beautiful Red Bull Ring track in Austria, is one of your favorite shorts creators, I'm sure. New Kiddo's here. Hi, New Kiddo.
Ah, thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello.
So, New Kiddo, you've driven a couple of these FC2 races, right?
Oh yes. And FC2 is the most important league in iceboat racing because here is where the talent is born. When you start iceboat racing, here is where the first big wins and major losses happen. Tonight, we might see the new star rise or the old one fall into the forgotten land.
You've got your way with the words, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, no, seriously, FC2 is a great spot to learn how to overtake, how to pass people, how to deal with back markers, and, well, just experience the hardest part of racing in a league, which is literally dealing with other people. Dealing with frustration, dealing with low finishing positions.
Never
and you're
had
doing
that.
it the whole time.
Can't relate.
Yeah, right. Well, if you've been around as long as I have, you relate to that way too much. And well, we're already jumping into things real quick here. Qualifying. Oh yeah, qualifying is already here.
Ooh.
And
okay.
Well, before we get into that, let's quickly look at our standings real quick because I want to show you this on stream here. Take a look at our standings. The team standings. Fox Ferrari still on top of this one, having dominant performance, of course, by their top two drivers. Lurker Pop jumping into top 2, and there you go. There's our drivers. Ferrari and Kilo just on top. Really doing great against these rest of these drivers so far this season. Builder Matty is the only one catching up to them for IKEA. We can see there's the two Lurker Pop drivers, Gustav and Laser, in our standings there, 4th and 5th, bringing this team up. They're up into 2nd now in our standings. Really good from Lurker Pop. And yeah, the rest of them, IKEA, Alfrog, excuse me, and Garana all behind them. So take a look at these standings, of course, built by Dylan Gamer a couple of days ago. Great job there. And yeah, our standings for FC2 could shake things up here. Got to keep an eye out on some of these drivers, especially those Lurker Pop guys who have been really making a good run of form as of late.
It seems like they're making a really big comeback. Do you think there is enough season left for Lurker Pop to go at it and take the first place?
There certainly is. It has to take quite a they have to do quite a lot of work to really shut down Fox Ferrari. But it's possible. It's definitely possible.
Anything can happen in FC2, and right now the most important part of the race is happening, the qualification. Here, you're determining your starting position in the race. Only 6 minutes. That's not a lot of time. Every single mistake can be your last one. There's no resetting, right?
No resetting. Yeah, and we've seen with FC1 just before this that every tick matters so much. Right, well, it's a 3, a 2, and a 1. And here they go. Of course, they can't see each other, so they're all just going to go in this massive blob. You can see all of them just going. You can't even pick out who's driving. I can see Lapis there, or, excuse me, Redstone Cabbage.
Redstone Gamer seems to be in the front, going into the first turn. This is what matters so much. Yuri sends it to the Yuri now, living up to the name. But in the meantime, in the ball in front, a lot of people are trying to take the turn beautifully.
Yeah, there's FMLG coming out ahead. You can see Ferrari 15 championship leader making a great run out of turn 9. Should we call it turn 9 or turn 2? I don't really know.
That is confusing. That's very confusing. I'm not good with numbers, blue leader.
we're gonna flip flop between it just to confuse you, but
GH Dash seems to be in the lead in the meantime with a few other drivers like Ferrari. On a track like this, I feel like you just have to hit the apexes to really beautiful. There's not like, oh, just hit this wall, tap you it. You have to really work that iceboat racing magic.
Absolutely. You have to really be precise here. A mistake will kill you, but it's your race pace is so important. Just nailing those corners. I think you see JH Killable.
With Killable together in tandem.
Of course, yeah. And so Yeah, we were talking about earlier. Exit speed is super important here. It's changed a little bit here with these.
Said so much. Oh my god, he loses just barely a few positions, but he's still in the game. He's still in top 5. In the meantime, somebody gains that position, and that's YP who is completely in the lead from that turn. What was that full send, blue leader?
I don't know. I mean, he's got a couple more laps to use, so maybe he's just going for the top spot. It's not a bad idea to go risky. You have like 3 or so laps to do this in, and so you can just burn those laps if you want. But right now, FMLG, Wypranga, as his new name is being put out on chat is on our top spot. 130.828 is the time to beat, and so here we go. Faxio and Kilolo also reaching for those top spots here. Ferrari 15 only 5th so far. Of course, he's been on quite a few pole positions this year, Ferrari. Can he make it, I believe, 6 with a Red Bull ring here?
Blue leader, I have terrible news to bring to you. GH Dash on the final turn went to the pit stop, now went back, and now he's driving the reverse track reversed. I think he's crashing out, the blue leader. I think he's crashing out. I think he's giving up.
Oh no. Oh no, JH, what are you doing?
And you were talking about it just now, like the nerves being in FC2, driving against almost 100 drivers, a single mistake, and it got to GH Dash. Now he's completely losing his mind. Is he gonna crash into the other drivers right now?
No, they can't see him. Well, there he is. There he is going the right way around the Red Bull ring. See it with you, Will. Right way, wrong way. Right. Well, they go up into turn 3 or turn 7. Whatever.
Into the Red Bull turn. Big can. This is where GH Dash sold it last time.
Yeah. FMLG having another faster lap than before. Up 2/10 from his current time, and it's going to improve that. Really going to stretch out his lead here. Doing great work here so far. Faxio's still challenging him, though. Both on a great lap. We'll see who can get a better... Oh, they both messed it up!
Most of the mess of the World Cup, you can't be messing up a World Cup in FC2, and that just ruins another lap for them. All of the hopes, all of the dreams lost on a single World Cup.
Yeah, that one's really unfortunate for them. Seems like they're holding their spots, though. No one's going to take advantage of that quite yet. Give him a moment, jumping up to 3rd there. But yeah, both of them could have... Faxio could have jumped ahead of Efra there. Bumped into the wall, and Efra could have gained his lead. Really ticking off with that second lap. Did the same exact thing. And, you know, great minds really do think alike. And, well, they kind of did the same thing there. They thought alike, and they both messed it up.
No, the pressure gets to you. You don't want to give away to the another driver. You want to push it too hard, and at some point you just make a mistake. But right now, Builder Matty seems to be on a pretty solid lap in the lead right now. And if he improves just a little bit, maybe he's going to be in the lead. He did really well last Formula
Yeah, he was just a couple of seconds ago on pace to bring it up to that front row, but has lost a couple of tenths. And oh no, I speak too soon. On turn 4 there, he's brought it back up. He's brought it back up. 4 tenths is the gap, which is just barely enough. He's 0.49 seconds behind, and he's gonna go. Looks like for 15.
Ferrari sends it into the wall. He's so gone. He'll never recover from this. But Builder Matt is completely fine. He's unbothered. Are we looking at the new Rising Icebot Racing Star Blue?
Yeah, he's been doing really good so far, Builder Matty. See if he can do the correct thing here. Looks like he has not made a similar mistake. This is up. 5 tenths is all he needs. That's perfectly enough. And he does. The new fastest lap set by Builder Matty. A 137. Pretty good stuff.
Oh my god.
Never had Windows jumping with a 5th there as well. Pretty good. And they got, looks like 1 lap to go, maybe 2 if they're fast enough.
Probably 1.
Most of these drivers.
And it's kind of incredible doing this well. In FC2, the expectation is like, oh, there's not going to be that good drivers. But you're playing against FC Faxio, Teddy is happy, Ferrari game in a moment. You're playing against some really experienced players who've done years of icebot racing and taking the pole position. That says something.
Yeah, really good stuff. And he's only separated by 7 tenths between 3rd place. So it could switch. It could switch. Faxio looking even on his time right now. If he just gains 100th or 600ths, then he is up and is gonna improve on Builder Matty. Builder Matty, let's see, is he on a good lap right now? No, he's not. Not a good lap for Builder Matty. Right. So he will have to believe that 137.5 is good enough But Faxio is up. He's up.
Yeah, he's
by
in a
more
really
than
good lap
10th.
right now. This could be the difference maker. This turn made so many people mess it up. Needs to take it carefully.
Oh, right over
Was
that
that good?
fence post. That's looked really
clean.
good. That looked really good from Faxio. And as he goes
Might
into...
even do really, really well here. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, he's up 2/10 now. Can he redeem himself on this Red Bull can wall
no.
tap? It looks clean.
Yes,
it looks clean.
he gets it right. Will he
And-
take the pole?
He should be. He should be coming across the finish line. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
135.8. Killer Lol actually jumping in between Builder Matty and Faxio as well, right behind. In that whole sequence there, Killer Lol was doing the exact same thing. Moving up into second for Killer Lol. Giving a moment, moving up to fifth from sixth, getting right past No Red Windows, who just passed them on the last lap. As I keep going through, Friar 15 is not going to have the greatest session out of this qualifying. Only 8th for our championship leader. Pretty rare for him. From there, Arthur Honum jumping up to 5th. Good lap from him. Very good stuff.
Arthur bringing it home. Oh my goodness. And now we are finishing the qualification. I'm assuming soon we'll have a sprint race, right? It's
No,
a very
no,
FC2
no.
thing.
No. That,
no sprint race?
the sprint race
gone?
are only for sprint race track. So we've had I think the
Oh.
past two you've been paying attention to. Both had sprint races back to back, but we're back to the normal since Barcelona. And yeah, there's only, I think, 5-6 tracks on the calendar that have the sprint race format.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
quite familiar with the format. That makes sense, though. This means we get to go straight into the action and see if a 56 Faxio will be able to hold this position against his really good rivals. The difference between these times is so small. One blink of an eye, and you're going from the pole to the top 5. It's insane.
Yeah, Faxio doing great. I mean, but yeah, all your front runners. Killol is the only big. Well, Killol and Builder Matty, both second and third in our standings and second and third in our race results. They could put pressure on Ferrari 15, either of them, if they get a good race result, even a win here. With Ferrari sitting now 9th, it's a little bit scary. Ferrari, if he has a bad race start, which is very, very common on Red Bull Ring, and especially reverse, that is a very tight exit these drivers have to do. You already saw in that first lap. You see how many of those
I've seen
drivers
it.
went wide? Exactly.
Yeah, no, yeah, Urine was doing phenomenal stuff. But have we ever driven in the history of Icebot Racing Red Bull Ring reverse? Have we ever done that?
Yes, last year we did. Last year for FC2.
Okay.
Yeah. I know, you're trying to hype things up. No, this track was developed last year.
It's pretty rare. It's pretty rare to see wait, what are we gonna see? Maybe reverse grid. There's still a 1.6 chance, right? Like 1 in 6.
As FC1 thing. I guess we can spin it. You feeling good to spin it? I guess we could just.
I feel like we should spin the wheel. I think a bit of
just push the
gambling keeps us
button.
alive.
All right, let's pull it
Yeah,
up.
let's see what happens.
All right. Well, we'll do it for your sake, for our Chaos Gremlin new kiddo. We will spin the reverse grid wheel, and if you don't know, if you missed FC1, this is pretty simple. 1 in 8 chance to spin the wheel, and if we land on reverse grid, we reverse the entire grid. First starts last starts first, and 56 Faxio will cry a big cry. Right, so we spin, and see where it lands.
Reverse, come on.
And
Hyper
not quite enough. Just a normal grid today. Very close. The one right next to it, but right.
And we're joined by Purplers, of course, the winner of IBRA 3 here in Formula Craft 2. Purples, what is your prediction for this race?
I think the guy in first is gonna win.
He is currently offline. Where did he go? Where did he
go? No. Let me screenshot for Purplers.
Right.
I can just open the stream. Oh wait, no, actually no. Yeah, this way I get the more live feed.
Yeah.
Well,
there we go.
Special guest, Purplers. Have you driven an FC2 before, Purplers?
Nope, I have not.
You can join right now. You can join right now.
You can join right now. If you got time.
It's really good shorts. Really good shorts.
I would rather. I'd rather sit here and commentate with a mouthful of banana bread. So yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do instead.
Yep, you're an icon, Purplers.
Right. Well, New Kiddo, you wanna lead us off through our the first couple of our names here? Read them off.
I would love to. It seems like a few people are missing here. They maybe got scared by the dominant performance by 56 Faction. Now they're trying to maybe run away from the embarrassment. But anyway, right now 56 Faction first place, Killer Lol in second, Builder Matty trying to maybe chain those victories together. We'll see if that pays off. Waipiranga in fourth, Arthur Holmam maybe trying to make a name for himself in fifth position. The hit is getting reset. 1 second.
Yeah, we're gonna have a reset. I think it's because there's a lot of drivers who weren't on the grid there. Yeah.
All-star, don't run yet.
It's okay. Hey, you know,
Where are you guys going?
These heat resets, I think I mentioned it last time. They do help the drivers a little bit. They give you those nerves, and you know, you're sitting on the grid for a good solid amount of minutes, perhaps maybe a minute or two. You sit on the grid, you're like, okay, everything has to happen on this first turn. I gotta get everything right so I can set myself up for a good race. So you get so nervous sitting on that grid. But that heat reset kind of clocks you back in. It clocks you back in. It says, okay, let's do like a practice race start almost is what it is.
P-break run.
Yeah, you got to run.
That's what this is what we're doing. Are they children? Oh wait, they probably are. A lot of them are.
It's the race to the loo. That's it.
Yeah, you got to race. If you take it first, you kind of take the pit stop first,
and then only the person who gets there first can go for a wee, so that. And everyone else has to race while bursting for the loo.
Oh yeah, it's not easy. It's definitely a disadvantage.
So that's the qualification. It's not the starting grid position. It's whether or not you've been able to take a leak.
How exactly. Uncomfortable you are.
Makes sense.
Well, you know what weird thing? I've talked to Adam about not about specifically that, but he believes
about going to the top.
That's a weird conversation to bring up.
When you go to take a pee personally, do you burst? Do you not burst? Okay, yeah, sure.
No, I've talked to him about this. He says he believes, and I'm not sure if he still believes this, but I was talking to him a couple years ago about it, and he says that you should not be eating the morning before your FC1 race. He says you'd rather race hungry because you're losing energy digesting food, and I'm sitting there like. That's stupid.
This sounds like some weird. That sounds like some weird alpha male like rubbish.
Food is for the weak. How can you eat food when you need to be eating those apexes? You need to be eating your opponents. I see the vision. Adam could be onto that.
So I'm like, I can imagine Adam there like starving, like his tummy rumbling kind of thing while he's racing. I'm like, that seems so uncomfortable to me. Maybe he's changed his mind. I don't know, but.
Everyone have their own style to iceboat racing. I mean, personally, I don't drink for 7 days before the iceboat race. I need to have a thirst. I need to have a need for speed. You guys know how it is out here.
So basically, you're delirious from thirst, and you start hallucinating that you're in first.
Oh.
Yes, that's how it works. And it makes for great shorts.
You hallucinate that the track is shorter than it actually is. Therefore, it is shorter.
Yep, that's how it works. That's the secret to success. Don't tell to anyone, please. This stays between the three of us.
Oh, yeah, true. I'm not leaking our strats.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't
say anything, chat. Don't tell them. Don't tell them.
Which one of you is live, by the way?
It's me. It's on my channel.
Okay.
The normal channel for all FC1 and FC2, all live here on Blue Layer 64.
W promo.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Gotta jump in.
In the meantime, Blue, I don't want to say that personally. Like when I'm on the grid and it starts to like start you and then teleport you back, it gets me nervous. It gets me stressed. I'm like, oh, it's starting. Oh, no, okay, it's not a sign. No, it's not. Oh, no, we're fine. So personally, I'm not a fan.
Oh, you're not a fan of the heat restarts, huh? I always like them.
Speaking of hydration, I'm gonna get some hydration. Be right back.
Yep. Are you getting Red Bull? Of course, I'm guessing, yeah. Red Bull, because when Red Bull rain. He must be.
Must be.
Makes perfect sense.
Right. Well, we did have an update from Race Control. They said they were updating some of the grids. They were duplicated. I wonder if something. I mean, this track hasn't been looked at for a year, and there must have been some errors in the grids. And I believe it was a last minute change as of today that we were going to do this. I didn't even know about it. So,
but looking at the times, I mean, this track, Red Bull in reverse, the top 3 times I'm looking at, and top 3, Yupiranga over here. And Teddy just got a PB, got second place, only 0.031 on the Red Bull in reverse while qualifying. Well, technically
while
doesn't
practicing.
Count.
Yeah, he's practicing.
While practicing, correct. And the question is, will this practice time pay off in the real event?
We'll see. He's starting further back, isn't he, on our grid? Where is he at? Where is Teddy on our grid here?
He almost get a world record right here.
You've seen it happen before.
He's mad on himself. He wished he did that during the qualification. In the qual, it's so difficult to perform when you know the pressure is up and you can't mess up the turn in front of the blue leader.
trying to find him in my list here. I don't even see him on our
I have a list.
settings
Check
here.
it twice. Check it
Yeah,
twice.
I'm checking it twice. I'm checking it 3 times for a Teddy's happy, but I legitimately don't see him. So I don't know where
He
he's
might
at.
be starting last. You might see some more farming from Teddy. He's happy.
Ah. Well, the confidence is high for
I feel
Teddy for
like-
sure.
I feel like I'm really brain rotted because when you said we'll see some more, it sounded like you said we'll see some aura farming.
I did say we'll see some more farming. I did say, yeah. I did say we'll see some
Mhm.
more farming. Your ears did not deceive you, purplers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not actually brain rotted. You're just you're brain rotted instead.
Nah, that I'm the problem. You're not the problem, purplers. It's me. I'm here. Yeah, that's why you're here. In the meantime,
Exactly.
purplers, quick question, super quick. We are on the Red Bull Reversed. What are you drinking right now? There are wrong answers.
What am I drinking?
Yeah, because you said, "Oh, I need hydration."
I'm drinking dihydrogen monoxide.
Damn.
Wow.
Did you know that like 100% of people who drink this die?
Damn. That's
Yeah.
almost
That's
like
wow.
everyone. Yeah, that's insane. That's crazy statistics.
That's crazy, I know. But
guess you
I'm
shouldn't be
drinking
drinking
it and I'm living, so I'm just too powerful.
Yeah, maybe you are. You're an outlier here. You know, you're denying the odds, so to speak. Makes sense. Makes sense. Sorry, purplers. You know, we have so much experience. You know, driving behind the back markers, knowing what it's like to be stressing out on the track. What do you think the biggest difference here on the FC2 track will be today? What will define the winner?
Well, counterpoint to that, I don't really stress when driving back like through back markers. Normally, I'm just like brain AFK and I just weave through them without thinking too
flow
much.
Flow state.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think the defining factor will be who gets into a flow state and who doesn't.
Yeah, we've seen very good
The people
success
who
from
are
Ferrari doing
stressing,
that.
the people who are stressing and overthinking it, they'll mess up, and the people who don't do that won't mess up.
No, I'm with you.
Crazy
I mean,
analysis right there. I know.
W quote. Write that down, everyone. Write that down.
If they do this, they'll win. If they don't do this, they won't win.
Right. And, yeah, you have to come up with
Wait,
mentality.
was-
And some drivers take this approach differently. I know some drivers prefer, especially in qualifying, they prefer to mute. They say, no, don't talk to me. I want to lock in on the session. Make sure I do everything perfectly. But I prefer to
deceiving me, or did Techno just boat tap the last corner on someone who was like just AFK there?
No, I think he just did a wall tap.
It looks like he boat tapped just to get like a way faster PB or something.
You're hallucinating on your H2O, Purplist. You're hallucinating now.
true.
It's kicking in. It's slowly killing you.
No,
That's what's happening.
No. It's not H2O. It's hydroxyc acid.
dihydroxyc acid.
Okay.
Right?
That's healthy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see if Purplist will survive until the end of the live stream. You guys stay tuned for that.
Did you know that it has the highest pH of any acid?
Well,
wow.
I didn't know that. It's a chemistry fact.
Crazy.
How well did you do in chemistry, Purplist, in school?
I think I got a B overall for science.
Oh, I think
that should be a separate boat race league. We can call it the Acid League.
Oh, pufferfish. Yeah, you're just chowing down on pufferfish the whole time. I get it. I get it.
Makes sense.
I've had some wacky ideas. First, there was like the backwards driving. Now I've got the Acid League. See, I'm so full of ideas. If people think that like there's no more good ideas for new boat racing leagues, and I'm just full of them, you know.
You're just full of ideas, Purplist. You gotta start making leagues. You gotta start being the boat guy.
I'm the ideas guy.
Same here. You know the worst? I'm the ideas guy on our staff team for like plugins and technical things. I know nothing about coding, but I'll tell you so many ideas, and they're probably fed up with me, to be honest. They're like, I don't want to do that, but it'd be cool. I would love you guys to do this. Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? No.
That's literally me to like the developers of every mod that I use. Like, I literally got Mulberry to add a feature to flashback just for one shot that I did in my boat racing video. And he did it.
yeah.
Like he added the feature, and it's
What
still
feature
there
was
in
it?
the mod. It's the feature where you can like do a speed ramp down to 0. So like you start at 100% speed, and then it ramps down gradually to 0 to a freeze.
Huh.
Basically,
Cool.
because that didn't exist. You could only be at you could only do like a keyframe like to start or stop, or you could do a sudden keyframe where you like instantly speed up to like 200% or whatever, but you couldn't have like a gradual speed change.
Gotcha. Well, let's bring
makes
this back to FC2 here. It seems like Race Control has to redo the entire grid, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. But hey,
no.
you guys have been very entertaining so far. And we do have a grid loaded, so that's pretty good. I think they figured it out.
All right.
Right.
In the 7th place, we have Nemamrad Windows, an infamous driver, rode with him many times. Diego number 7 is here, and Ferrari right behind him. Ferrari 15 is ready to be locked in, and it seems like, okay, announcement, we're still trying to figure things out. Aspire in number 10, Sleepwalking number 11, Sheldra number 12. Teddy is happy starting in 13th place. He has the 2nd time on the leaderboard, but it resulted in not so great time in the actual event. Allied Galaxy 14th and Deceptive MC in 15th. Blue Ring, go ahead, continue.
All right. You want me to go forward? All right. Rabidus is next, 16th. Voigt, J-Tastic, Moloko, Shuttleman, NG Main, Techno Gustav. Only starting 22nd for him. Very, very good. Team there, but not a good starting position. Zook Zinlo, Dr. Spats, Captain Bunny, Wrath of Finland. Next, Simon, Struxel, Nuplix, Ivan the Miner, back at it. Since FC1, P4, Sue the Seagull, Skrilla Games, Red Boat Racing, Mr. Splat, Soda Cup, Laser Sloth, Skibby Tillita, Redstone Cabbage, both of those drivers. Yeah, not a very good start from Lurker Pop, but we'll have to see. Nifty Acorn, Rapping Ivy, a missing driver there. Chopstick, Fuuko, Mopeki, Vitor, Cactus, 32 Nova, Distorted Lemon, and Hose Diagram are your top 50. And we'll quickly run through the rest of them. You can see your name on the screen there, because we can't be bothered to say everybody's name so much. There's too many drivers.
And at the very back is GH-77 starting last. Maybe that was the goal with driving backwards.
There he is.
I still stand by the fact that Redstone Cabbage is a missed opportunity.
Right. Well, it's a 3, a 2, and a 1. It's lights out. Foots the floor here, and the racers are underway here at the Red Bull Ring. Faxio, Killalol, Builder Medi, and Wypringa FRMOG are sending it off into turn 10. Looking pretty clean from this front pack so far. Couple of scrapes there. There's Deceptive MC. Dr. Spats having problems. Chopstick having problems. 13 of Ivan the Miner also scraping on the exit there. Pretty clean out of turn 10 for a lot of drivers, though it gets more complicated as you keep going up through turn 9. A little bit more issues, but Killalol has gone right into tandem with Faxio for this lead of the race. And so far, so good from this front pack.
There's a massive ball of like 5-6 drivers right behind them, chasing them down. And I'm terrified because all these tandems end in one way or another. Somebody's going to get bumped and killed, and it's going to end the race for some of them.
Absolutely. 515 leading this front pack of this one here for P5. Builder Matty has been able to escape it and is worrying about FRMOG ahead of him. But yeah, certainly this pack. And for people like Namrad Windows, who's just barely wanted to stay into this pack.
Oh, but we're approaching the most important turn. Careful. Many people messed it up. Needs to make it right. Everyone seems to be doing it good.
Oh, a little scrape there. That's Diego.
7 goes a bit wide. Not so good. Wrath of Finland goes wide as well. Shuttleman. But not crazy crashes. Everyone's still holding on. Nobody wants to give it up just yet.
Yeah, take a look at this pack here. 515. Now it's... Who is that behind him? It's Asprey just barely hanging on to this pack. And oh, we have a mistake there. That's Namrad Windows losing out of that, quote, fireball. Down to 4 drivers in that pack. And some of them are starting to spread out enough. Ferrari's pushing out Asprey. Teddy is happy. He's also helping push him out of this pack here. Let's go back up to the front. Killalol is just slightly ahead of Faxio now. These two have been going at it since the front of the lap. And, well, I mean, it's the battle for the lead. You got to keep your eyes on this one. And we've seen since FC1 that these battles last quite a while. They can last multiple laps for these tandem battles until we get
it looked
to
like
back
Faxio was about to
markers.
overtake there. Oh, It looks like he's got it. He has, yeah.
No, he needs like 0.5 seconds to break out of the tandem. Killalol.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
still there. He's still there. On both of their screens, they're in front. Now Faxio is slightly ahead, but it's not enough.
I was gonna say Faxio started in front, and then like I think Killalol did that sharp corner a bit better than him, but okay, now he's like slightly ahead again.
This can be the difference maker. The Red Bull turn.
Everyone
does it right, and they're still in tandem. It's
looks pretty good through turn 3, and I wonder if people were pressing that corner during qualifying.
Super wide.
And
I think this is
playing
this
it
is
safer
good
now.
practice. This is good practice for when you have me on as a guest for IBRI. So as a guest.
This is good practice. This is the real thing. This is FC2.
Since
is the real thing.
Since I'm banned from competing from IBRI, so let's see.
Yes.
Right. Kilo Faxio still just sending
this
it.
Is my professional casting is like he's driving. He's driving. He's still driving. He's going around the corner.
Oh, careful back
Watch
marker!
Out. They make it through. They make it through. Right. Well, we missed it, but I believe that was Shell Joe going to the pit lane pretty early on. You said you made a mistake there through turn 3. So Shell Joe just resetting, going to the pit lane, figuring it out from there. Not the worst idea.
If there's already been like someone getting lapped, what is like the skill range for this race? Like
it's completely anyone. Anyone can play. We can see some really professional players who've been doing here for like 2-3 years, and some completely newbies.
Yeah, and looks like they're past another one. Yeah, one done.
So there'll be a bit of chaos then.
Oh yeah, no, we haven't yet to reach party time, as Mark likes to call it. We've seen glimmers of it. 2 backmarkers gone through for this front pack, but once you start seeing a couple more drivers at the same time, you enter this party zone, and it doesn't stop until the end of the race.
When you start lapping the more intermediate drivers who are better at holding a line and stealing your line, basically, that's when it gets hard for the players up front.
All right, this battle for P3 is still having action. Builder Maddie in front of this pack, sleepwalking behind, and Ephra behind with Ferrari looks like a little bit of speed on that last corner there.
Ooh, and I have an update. Killalol just got out of tandem. He got bound by Faxio, and he's now officially behind as there is a gimmick on the track on the first turn. There's water here.
Ooh.
Where's the water?
There's more water on turn 9. Watch out.
Oh, and Arthur instantly sends it into it. Oh my god.
Yeah, we missed that.
Was that water there before,
staying in front.
Did it just appear?
It appears.
Have we got an evolving track?
Oh yeah.
Yes. It's a gimmick. It
There's
changes
more
during the race.
I see. I'm learning the format as I commentated.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's so much water on the track. Oh my god.
Casting is so much more relatable when you're just as clueless as the audience.
Right.
That makes sense.
Well, yeah, let's look at this battle for P3. Builder Maddie still staying in front. There's Sleepwalking behind, and Ferrari 15 trying to get a move on by Pringa, and looking pretty good Ferrari so far. There's a scare at the beginning of that race after qualifying, starting P8 or P9 could be a scary spot for Ferrari 15 to get a clean start, but has managed to do it so far this race, bringing it up to P6 as it stands, and might get past.
That was so wide, loses so many positions. He's now still in tandem with Ferrari, but that was not good. That was really bad.
Yeah, 15 holding on to this spot. Oh, that's back marker.
Careful.
I thought that was sleepwalking. Just a back marker. No need to worry there.
Just a little player.
Yeah,
literally.
Just a guy out of the way. And he's got to be careful here, Ferrari. He could bump into sleepwalking here.
Apex. Oh, that's so scary. Okay, sorry, my fault.
Yeah, he's going to release there. He was scared of sleepwalking, going to bump into him, and so he had to back off to make sure he didn't bump into him, and had to release for Ephra behind as well. So what could have been a tandem battle, Ferrari playing the safe game, just staying behind and going to wait for a mistake or perhaps a bump later on from these drivers ahead.
And the
might get just really that. Sleepwalking. Oh, we got a little bit of lag here. Sleepwalking having a bit of a trouble there. Not sure what happened, but.
And driving behind laggy players can be really, really scary in FC2 on any Formula 1 tracks, because if they're lagging, you bump into them, you get punished, and they go away from scot-free. Blue Leader, what do you know about that?
Well, I'm usually on the front side of that one. I'm usually the one causing the chaos, but you got to learn. You got to be patient, and there's nothing much you can do about it. Luckily, in this front pack, the drivers, the race controller are watching, and if they need to, they can ghost drivers. We saw that in FC1 with Kane. And it can get a little bit easier for people like Hotspot in that situation to pass and eventually get the move after multiple laps. All right, well, there's more water here on turn 3.
And in the meantime, YP just made a move on the sleepwalking on the Red Bull turn. He made a move. He not only got into the tandem, he's now ahead, and he's trying to get the P4 here. He is so far ahead now.
Yeah,
so
he might get a move on Builder Matty. Ferrari might get one on sleepwalking as well. It's a little shakeup in this P3 battle. Switching spots up.
Oh,
So
they tandem.
They go 2x2. They do have a backmarker coming up again. It's only going to get worse from here. Ooh, Efra had to check himself with that gimmick there. Going to give Builder Matty a much better position exiting into these sweeper corners here.
Oh, it's so close now. It seems like Pirara is just persevering. Had a bit of a rough start, but now just cutting through more and more and more drivers and getting all of those positions back. We'll see if it's gonna work out throughout the entire race. In the meantime, nobody in the front is pit stop, and everyone's holding on until the very, very end of the race. What do you think is that?
Yeah, it's a pretty standard thing to do in FC2. They know that pitting early will get you caught up in a huge pack of drivers. So usually the front 15 will not pit. We saw Show Joe do it on lap 1. But apart from that, none of the drivers usually go for a pit in these opening stages. They'll go when they know it's really, really bad. And we're getting close to that point as
I see switched on manual adding gimmick. What are we watching right now? He's manually placing water. Stop leaking. Stop leaking water. Why is he leaking so much? Oh my
and Killo is trying to deal with that as well as passing backmarkers. He just passed Thundershock, and now it's X-Potator. What is that?
X-Potator.
I think that's how you say it. I don't know.
Yeah, X-Potator. That is how you say it.
Sleepwalking goes to the pit stop. Doesn't want to do
early pit stop from Sleepwalking. Brave story there. Losing the position to Ferrari. Couldn't get it done. Oh, that's a mistake there. That's Killalo messing up on turn 10 there. Going a little bit too wide. You're going to give the position to Builder Matty. That's Builder Matty in the third now.
That is tragic.
White made a great move, got in top 3, but now he's standing perfectly still. His internet is cutting out.
Oh no!
Completely lose the race.
He's gone,
and he's out.
And that's our first disconnect of this race, and it's a big one too. FRMOG White Praga losing it on lap 7.
Move. 6-0 is right now in tandem with Arthur Holman and is trying to maybe make a move right now. Let's see.
Yeah, both these drivers have been really great so far this race. Both of them into that top 10 here. 6th and 7th between the both of them, but tied. They just got past another backmarker. That's another shot getting past. Watch out, go a little bit wide there, Zooks.
Whoa!
Stayed by the water gimmick.
Goes to drink some water. This is not the Adam's Apples play. You have to save a thirst for overtaking Arthur Holman, and now he might be breaking out of the tandem any second now. Getting bumped on the diagonal would absolutely kill your race. You might see the same fate as the Waparara.
Well, here they go into turn 3. Looks pretty clean from the both of them. Getting past the backmarker there, Vitor, who's lagging just a little bit. And yeah, he scrapes and gets out of the way. So these two cleared to keep racing here between the both of them. This is the battle for 6. Ferrari 15, early pit stop. Not sure what the reasoning is for that one, but bold strategy here from Ferrari. That's how he wins his races too. His pit stops is pretty impressive. 2.7 seconds there from Ferrari.
It's quite fast.
Yeah, his pit strategy is always slightly different from the rest of the grid. And
there's a WhatsApp. Okay, nice.
And he's going to pull out of the pit lane here. Let's see where he ends up. Could be in a poor position, could be in a good position. We'll have to see. It's a risk that he does not know where he's going to end up. But whatever it is, he hopes it's better than where he was before. And you can see there's quite a lot of drivers around him. And this might get tricky for Ferrari.
This may have been a mistake. There's a lot of players in front of him who are not as good as Ferrari 15. And now he's behind 3 back markers whom he needs to overtake. Is that what he was hoping for during that pit stop?
Not sure what he had before this, but this is what he has to deal with nonetheless. Yeah, it's more than just 3. There's 5 of them ahead on screen here. One of them's lagging. Oh, there goes 1. There goes 2. Yeah, has to swerve out of the way for that one.
There to avoid that.
Yeah. Simon's gonna be a problem here. He has been driving. He was not driving FC1, but he was practicing for FC1 as well. So Simon is quite a fast driver, will not make as many mistakes, and so it's not as easy for R15 to pass Simon specifically. And you can see he still hasn't done that despite passing loads of drivers already.
He's managed to pass 2 of those back markers, only 3 more. I say only.
Yep, true.
Oh,
but Durango is back. You can see him on the track. He returned, but now he lost so many positions. What place is he in? He's 14th. He's 14th right now. That is painful. And Ferrari
not actually
is not
that bad. Not that bad of a loss of a disconnect. I mean, it's 14th.
Yeah, but you used to be top 3, and now you're top 15.
It's still like, it's not. I mean, you've had disconnects that can last a couple minutes, and by that point, you're just gone. But a recoverable lag. So it's not the worst of the worst. It's probably the best you can expect if you disconnect. I will say that. It's probably the best answer you can get. So at least some good news from that disconnect. Not the worst.
In 56 Faxio, 7 seconds ahead of Bill Damati. It seems like he has gained so much time and he just had such a better race overall. Does Matty has a single chance of catching up now?
He still does. He
Faxio
always
even
does.
Had a single bump.
We haven't been checking in for a little bit, but Faxio is just getting in the zone, as you mentioned. That flow state is really important. He has no pressure. He has 8 seconds to the driver behind. He has no reason to feel stressed of Builder Matty at this moment. He can just drive his race, do his thing, and he should be able to take this one from the front. But of course, mistakes.
At this point, it's just time trials with a few obstacles for him.
Yeah,
that is correct.
I mean, but you never know. All right, not to like put thoughts into Faxio's brain if he's listening here. But we've had races where it's been 30 seconds that have been lost from the front to the back.
Have you had races where they're listening to the commentary as it's happening?
Oh yeah, they do. A lot of them do. I mean, they don't really talk in the chat, so we can't ask them. But a lot of them do. Yeah.
Okay, and a lot of the front row right now is speeding. Killalol, Arthur, Rabbitus, Captain Bunny.
Yeah.
Everyone's in the pit stop right now, taking a pit stop on the 9th lap, it seems. We are running out of laps. The race will end soon. And if you don't pit stop now, you might get stuck behind a lot of drivers in the pit stop. So people start pitting right now. And this is going to put a bit more chaos on the track. Ferrari gets bumped behind the wall tap. Loses like 4 seconds, maybe even 5.
Oh no, that's going to lose a spot to Killer. That is pretty bad news from Ferrari. I mean, they're currently, while they are both teammates, they are challenging themselves each for that top spot in the individuals. And so with a better position from Killer here, it could start to shrink that gap. Ferrari's still in front, but of course, Killer, his teammate, wants that, of course, as well for himself. Ferrari 15, yeah. Big mistake, losing the position to Killer. Wants to find a way around him without impacting both of them. Faxio also going to the pits just now from the lead of this race. We'll see how he ends up compared to these drivers like Killo and Ferrari. So we keep pushing through.
I'm just going to say, I do not want to be in a VC with Ferrari right now. If I'm his teammate, he gets bumped into me. Ghost loses 5 seconds. The words we're going to hear are the ones that I don't want to repeat.
Some rather gamer words, I'm guessing.
I would have to see him. Everyone's in the pit stop now. And Teddy is in the 3rd place right now.
Yeah, Teddy's doing pretty great.
Behind. But his pace is to be 3.6. That's a bit of a slow pit stop, though. Gets in front of the Nimrod windows, but still relatively slow pit stop.
We'll see where 56 Faxios ended up. He's already... Oh, he got bumped, though. I'd say he's out on track, but he got bumped big time. Exiting turn 10 into 9. That might make up some time here for Builder Matty. Yeah, there he is. Builder Matty within eyesight of our leader of this race. Another mistake like that will put Faxio out of this one. We've got 2 laps to go already. It's quite a short one this time out. And Faxio under pressure. That's what I was saying, right? It was 8 seconds before. A mistake can easily bring that down to less than 2. And now he's within that stressful range. Bump, and you will lose the position. As for Ferrari, Teddy, and Sleepwalking, you can see them line up 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Oh, and Builder Matty is now behind a few back markers here. He needs to find a way around them. It might be difficult for him to make a move now that in between the Faxi and Builder Matty, there's the one and only Lucid DFR, and that could be a big problem.
Yeah, not a bad driver, Lucid, either. Though, he's going to get past Senior Casper there. Got lucky there with his mistake out of turn 3.
And you have to pit stop now. This is the pre-final lap, I believe. This is 11th lap.
Yeah.
You have to take a pit stop now.
So all these
we
top
might
13
see-
will be pitting right at this moment. They're all going to file in one by one. And here they go. There goes Faxio going for the wall tap. Lucid trying to do the same thing. Where did Builder Matty go? Looks like he got bumped entering the pit stop. Going to lose a lot of time there.
Oh, he's so far behind.
Yeah.
He is gone. Oh,
That puts a lot of pressure on him now. Ferrari 15 really close. Look at that. Ferrari 15 going for the same box.
Now Ferrari is blocking the Faxio guy.
Yeah, it's gonna lose a lot of time for Ferrari. He could have made a move on Builder there, but he wanted. They both wanted the same one. Ferrari just couldn't get the jump on it. Didn't react fast enough. And
He has the fastest pit stop of them all. 2.96 seconds. Faxio is in front right now. Builder, where is he? He's far away.
Yeah, he's quite a far away from Faxio with that mistake entering the pit lane. I mean, you can lose a lot of time in that pit lane with a mistake, and well, he's feeling it now. 6 seconds separate them from Faxio, and then behind, of course, Ferrari 15 does have a chance to get past if mistakes are made on this last lap. So 90 seconds separates Faxio, Builder Matty, and Ferrari 15 from the positions that they're in right now, from that podium spot. But Teddy has a chance to bring this one to a podium.
Like sleepwalking, he might be making a move right now on Sheljo. He's very close to being stand up, but there's so many people in front of sleepwalking. He's only 1 second behind, but this many players in front. He wants to overtake them. It's the final lap. It's his last chance to get in the top 5. But so many players. How is he gonna go around them? Goes around one.
Scrape there from sleepwalking. Killwell is gonna get past.
Oh, heartbreaking. FC2 breaks hearts and breaks hopes and dreams for sleepwalking. He will not be making it in the top 5 unless a miracle happens right now. We are running out of time.
Right. Well,
Faxio
on the last corner here. Just one more to go, and he should clinch this one. He's got plenty of time here. Makes the wall tap. No chance of anyone catching up to him. And that's 56 Faxio winning the FC2 Grand Prix here in Austria. Big win for him. Builder Matty coming in for second place and saying, no, Ferrari 15 getting past on the last corner. He's going to swipe that one away. Teddy's happy, finishing 4th. Missed it. I must have been the wall tap or a bump or something. That was a 2-second gap that he lost, just barely. The rest of them coming through. Kilo, Sleepwalking disconnecting as soon as they finish that one. Not happy. Same with Struxel. Not happy with their finishing positions at all. And Ferrari 15 doing a really good job catching up, getting past. And look at this battle. Gustav, J-Tastic, Wrath, and Mopeki all right next to each other.
Damn, that was so close.
Gustav's away.
Was so close.
The rest of them coming through. Already got 30 drivers finishing in that couple of seconds there. Really, really close battles for this race. There's Satamni. Thundershock still has another lap to go.
That's fine. No, it's
did Ferrari 15 get second?
Yeah, he made an insane comeback last turn. 0.2 seconds. 0.2 seconds on Builder Matty.
Yeah, that's pretty good point. Yeah, the overtaking Builder Matty is the sweet cherry on top, but he still did excellent work. He was sitting quite low down in the standings behind Kilo in around 7th position midway through this race. And, well, he's managed to find the positions, find the pace, not make mistakes, and brought it up to a 2nd position, too. Very good job.
Races like this in FC2 where a single bump, a single mistake can be the difference between being 3rd or being 2nd, being 20th or being 15th. Such a close race on reverse Red Bull Ring, and it only makes you wonder what's going to be the next one.
It just keeps going. I believe we have, what do we have next? Actually, I don't remember. These are the things that you have to like figure out, and then you don't remember. It's the British Grand Prix. We're gonna be in England for that one in Silverstone.
Purplers, we're going to you, I think, right?
Yes, it's in the UK.
Yeah, we'll visit you.
You're actually going to my house. Like I literally just live at Silverstone.
Yeah, we'll drive right past you. It's gonna be insane. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. You can also pull up, I think. I'm pretty sure you can. It's like right there. Take your car for a walk, do some FC2, some cinema, some winning.
Take my cat for a walk.
Yeah, kinda.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Who takes your cat for a walk?
Can't think of a better place to take a pet for a walk than Silverstone Race.
The Silverstone, yeah, it's the safest place for the cats, infamously. Yes, makes sense.
Right. Well, there you go.
Here's the podium.
There's the podium. Faxio, Ferrari just getting past Builder Matty in the last corner there. it happened again for him. Teddy is happy, built his own 4th place. He's proud of his 4th so much. Yeah.
I was about to ask about that. I was like, you have like a sort of
the 4th spot, yeah.
For 4th place.
Teddy just really wants to celebrate, and honestly, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
I respect it. No, it's a great victory for him. I mean, he was in like 15th, 17th place starting, and now he made it all the way to the 4th. That's phenomenal.
It was that confidence. It was that PB right before the race started that gave him the confidence to really say, "Hey, I can pass all these people. I can do it." And sure enough, he did. It worked pretty well. 4th place for Teddy. Right. Well, Builder Matty unfortunately does not have a mic, so we can't talk to him. Ferrari though does.
And Piranga finished 8th, was in 3rd place, but if it wasn't for that a single lag, he's cosplaying Neo Cynical from the IBRI right now. A single lag spike, and he just goes to the top 8. Heartbreaking story here.
Let's see if
hopefully
we
next
can...
time he'll be able to do a bit better.
Let's see if we can talk to Ferrari here.
Yes.
Ferrari, hello. Name of AFK. Hey,
Hello.
Ferrari.
Hello.
Dude, that last lap overtake was just the cherry on top for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was kind of unexpected.
Well, let's take this back from the beginning, right? Starting, what, P9, P7, something like that? At the start of this race, a scary spot to be in, especially for your championship hopes, right?
Yeah.
And so, did you have hope that, could you have expected yourself on a 2nd spot here after that qualifying?
Well, not really. I was hoping for a top 10 pretty much because of my internet problems, but thankfully I didn't have any. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the podium. I didn't expect one.
Yeah, sounds like you got the lucky end of not disconnecting. Unfortunately for Ephra, he did. So only 8 for him at the end of the day. But yeah, P2 and keeps you on top of the standings and quite a bit away from your teammate Killalol for the individual.
Yeah, poor Killer. Was it on stream when he crashed in the pits?
I think I missed that.
He crashed. Yeah, he crashed in the pit entry and lost a lot of time.
Well, shame for him. He's gonna be pressured by Builder Matty now, who might actually get enough. No, not quite enough points, but he's gonna be pressured now after that P3 finish from Builder Matty. All right. Well, let's take our moments for our champion here, 56 Faxio. Dominant performance, front to back. Simple stuff.
Yep, definitely. I mean, I was here last year, wasn't I? So I know this place in and out. So I was kind of expecting it, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
very humble.
Very humble. Well, tell you what, you haven't been on top of these podiums in a while. Is this going to be a new run of form for you in FC2?
This was probably a one-time occurrence, to be honest. I just had a bad race in FC1, and I just wanted to cheer myself up.
Well, a win is how you do it. So, stealing points away from the other people here with a top step here. Congratulations, Faxio, for the FC2 win.
Thank you very much.
Right. Well, that is going to be it for our interviews for our drivers. Congratulations once again to Faxio, Ferrari, and Builder Matty for those top steps, and Teddy for 4th place. Though he does get an interview because, still 4th. Well, New Kiddo, Purplers, anything you guys want to say before we wrap things up here?
This was absolute cinema. I just wonder what's going to happen next time. You got to stay tuned and subscribe to Blue Leader 64 on YouTube. Peak FC1 and FC2 content only here, and I can only wait for BCC 2026.
I have to add that Redstone Cabbage's name is a gross missed opportunity.
What should he have done?
No, it's lapis lettuce, so you got to get the alliteration in there. So it's not redstone cabbage. It doesn't work. It's got to be like redstone radish.
Oh, good comms.
Exactly. Yeah.
I will relay your message.
You could have like you could have coal cabbage though. You could also have like copper cabbage, copper caper, maybe copper cauliflower.
Oh, you have to relay that to him.
Yeah, you could
the
have
vegetable expert here, Purplist, clearly knows what cabbage. What
you could have iron ivy. You could have gold garlic.
Right.
You could have diamond dill.
Right.
Wow. If you need a name, come to Purplist.
Emerald edamame.
In every single way.
You could have Netherite.
Oh my gosh!
Mori.
All right.
He just keeps going. He just
He's gonna keep going.
Quinoa.
Right. So
it's just and he's gonna keep going. No.
right. So we will see you next week on FC2. Please join us Sundays at 11:30 Pacific time. And we'll see you there. All you have to do is join event.frostx.com and you'll be ready to go. Get practicing on Silverstone. We don't have the 26 track up, but you can get ready on the 25 track, which won't be too much different. So we will see you then next week for FC1 and FC2. Stay tuned for that, and goodbye.
Goodbye.